You ruin everything, Sarah.
I did it before you said what?
Hey, do we have a red light on over there? Are we recording?
Yep.
Okay, cool. Yeah. So we're back from Memento Mori. Sarah doesn't ruin everything, but I do like to tease her relentlessly because she's Kid's sister. We're back for session 12. Everybody's here tonight. Yeah. Sarah's back from defending the city against anti-maskers. And then Mike is back from his 90 hours that he spent in the New World.
Yeah. It was good times.
I done the same
Both
thing.
of these are official jobs.
Yeah, they are. In fact, when The Witcher came out, I took like a week off work to play it.
Yeah.
Like I was like, I'm gonna I was talking to my wife about like, do we go on vacation? I'm like, no, I'm using a week to play The Witcher. We're not going anywhere. Besides that, you got a baby. No, I'm just kidding.
I'm going to go hide out in my basement.
But I did spend a week playing The Witcher. It was great. Because we had some paternity leave, technically, but whatever.
When we were like 10, 12, whatever, we would have given anything to be able to just be like, for a week, I'm going to play a game.
Yeah,
and now I'm an adult and I can do it.
Yeah,
I know. Yeah. Time is precious now. When you're a kid, like you have all this time to game and shit, but now you don't. So we're back for session 12 of Memento Mori. Mike and Sarah are back. We're all here. We've got to get the new setup. And if you're watching this on camera and the Blackbird's kicks are still going on, this beautiful Game Master screen you see in front of you is Bolivian Rosewood, and it has the little Norns on it. We're taking it for a test drive. That's the perks of working for an RPG publisher, although I have to return it, I think. I don't want to.
You think?
Well,
like if it falls, is it gonna fall off your desk into your bag?
If I'm technically the boss, I can keep it. I guess I don't know. It matches my table, I guess. I like the maple better, but yeah. So if you're, I think now Blackbird's Kickstarter will be over by this time. So thank you for supporting the Kickstarter. People who watch and enjoy the show on YouTube and Patreon. Yes, there is a Patreon for Grim Perilous. You should check it out. Patreon.com/Grim Perilous. They help produce this show. It's not a show. It's our fucking weekly game. What am I doing?
Yeah.
I just need to stop. We're here to play a game. Yeah. I get in prisoner mode. So, let's do some initiative. Tim's our initiative queen now that he's at the end of the table. Uh-huh. Wah, wah. Well, at least don't have to write anybody's names down.
He's better than me.
Yeah.
Well, I doubt that.
I don't know about that. Agree to disagree.
We'll agree to disagree on that, obviously. Okay.
Hi, Ram.
Hi, Ram is 17.
Nice.
Oh, what's your squirrel?
My perception bonus is 6.
Okay. Yep, you're ahead of me.
Civils on tape. Next.
18.
Okay.
Spell's got bad initiative, if I'm not mistaken. Do you have like a crazy initiative?
9.
Yeah.
Mine's 9 too. I just didn't roll as well.
I rolled a 9 today.
10.
10.
I rolled a 2.
It is known.
I think that's been my initiative the last 3 times we played. Yeah, it's been way down now.
It goes up to 11.
Hit the ball.
Goes up to 11.
I would call it deep cuts, but to be fair, if anybody is like under the age of 30, he does a deep cut for what you just said. Spinal Tap, right?
Yeah. It's one louder.
13.
Yeah.
13.
There's like definitely a rift between the initiatives, haves and have-nots.
Yeah.
Well, see, Eagle Stuff's kind of there in the middle.
Yeah.
Eagle's Dove. Yeah.
The middle class is slowly disappearing.
Eagle? Is it
That's right. It's like
Is it Eagle Stuff?
Eagles Dove. It's like our initiative ladder is mirroring the
Eagles
American
Day.
economy, like the middle class is being
K-shaped
crushed.
recovery.
That's right. That
The one middle class person.
Tim, that marker is magnetic, by the way.
There you go.
Yeah, look at that.
How does it work?
Fucking
Hey,
magnets.
I don't know. I've only done this one day.
Oh, you know.
It's like magic.
Let's roll for coins. Everybody roll D6. Let's see what I start with. Where's our coin?
I got a 6.
Oh. 2.
I'm gonna rock.
2.
Anybody else get a 6? No.
3.
Cool. I get 2 coins. You get the rest.
72.
Make it interesting.
No, I mean you didn't get one, so
You gotta pick up the slack.
Yeah, exactly.
We'll just put this here because what
You know, it would be fun if we did a hard mode one night and just started up with Dan with all the coins.
I mean, isn't Zweihander kind of hard mode anyway?
It's kind of already hard, guys.
I'm just saying.
That's a great idea. I think that's kind of a poor idea, actually.
So let's talk about what happened last week. What happened last week? Sarah, you were not here. Mike, you weren't here, obviously. But
we killed this elemental.
yeah, in the cistern. That's right.
Or
the cistern, if you will.
We went ahead and grabbed the body of the what is it?
The rat that was in the small elemental.
Right, and the rat. But we grabbed the body of the person. The
gong farmer.
The gong farmer, yeah. And then we were going to go back because Lady Sibylla was really hurt.
Yeah.
And she was like, guys, we got to go back. And then we saw some little rats, and they were leaving coins. We were like, whoa, hold on, guys. This is like Hansel and Gretel all over again.
There's coins to be had.
There was coins to be had, so...
They left a nice little trail of gold crowns through a little fissure in the wall.
Right. So we followed those, thinking, this seems...
That can't be a trap.
That's exactly what we all said. We're like, but, we were well prepared, besides somebody was almost dead. Somebody else was almost dead.
That's fine.
Oh, okay. Somebody else was really hurt, too. Oh, I don't know. But yeah, that was it. So
Morally wounded, not mortally wounded.
Oh,
followed.
Yeah, I was moderately wounded at the time, yes.
Okay. Yeah. Followed the rats, and then we found a talking rat.
And what'd you find? So, what'd you see when you went inside this fissure, this chamber?
Lots of darkness, and then lots of shit. And then lots of rats. There were rodents of unusual size.
They were, yeah.
Yes,
And,
good point.
Then, there were some that were like this big, and then there were some that were like
I don't think they exist.
jack size. And then there was one that was like, a little bit bigger than jack size, but was actually standing on this makeshift throne sort of stage area and was gesticulating and talking.
And all the rats had coins, and they were passing them back and forth, and she had a big pile of coins.
Yeah. And there was also a lot of shit on the coins.
There was also...
Especially.
Everything was very disgusting.
And
yeah, shit plays into the story, actually.
Yes, and all that shit on that coins had her rather put out. And so, it was like first the hostilities of like, oh, you're here, let's get him, and then we're like, no, wait, but let's talk. And
that's triggered a social intrigue event.
Yes.
Which Lady Sibylla kind of set the tempo for. You pick it from there.
Yeah. So we had a discussion with her.
I don't remember her name.
Queen.
I just had the rat queen. Right.
Amidala?
Queen Amidala is your name.
Yeah, I just have rat queen.
Queen Zareth.
Did she
And she
say
spoke
it?
the common tongue.
She had
real close to her.
She had a queendom.
She had a queendom. She got really mad when we called it a kingdom.
That's Sarah. Zareth.
So,
Sarah.
Thus spoke Zareth.
she said that when the eternal darkness came down, all of a sudden she could speak. She's the only one that can, though she's trying to train some of her other followers. And because the sewer has not been cleaned and upkept as well as it should be, that's why they got flooded ever since the rains happened, and all of the money that came out was theirs. 432 brass pennies, 123 silver, and 20 gold were lost with the rains, and she said that if we could get them back, they would stop killing all the people up top.
Oh yeah, there's that. They were the ones who were causing the accidents to happen up above.
Yeah.
The death of the 3 people that you had investigated in the dregs.
And
I think you're there for that, Sarah. I think you're out. Oh, you were. Yeah.
Yeah, I was going.
Yeah, and so all of these coins have been minted by them, which is why they have the bite marks or whatever, so they know which ones are theirs.
The teeth beneath the throat of all the kings of old is what she said specifically.
Yeah. And so,
On the face of the coin.
we said, yeah, there's not... She said if we got it all back, they would stop attacking, and we said, there's no way in hell. We can't get that back. Like, that's not going to come back. And then mentioned we were rat catchers, and apparently at some point she picked up a newspaper because she also knows who we are. Strangely.
Rat real.
Not the broadsheet. You mentioned you made a kind of a side remark to Wilson, and then she overheard it, and then she stumbled off of her throne and realized that they were the rat catchers because clearly they have their paws all over everything in the dregs.
So they knew who we were, and at that point she finally said, well, instead, would you be willing to fight off the rest of these elementals, smellementals, whatever, that are down here and help us out? And give us 9 days to do that.
And we laughed at that.
A bit. Well, we left with the 9 days to get the money
Oh, the
back,
money,
not the 9 days necessarily to kill the elementals, because she said that at some point some Siabran came down with a stone mask or something, a petrified face is what she said, and cursed the sewers, and that's when these elementals rose up.
But it was after
Eternal Darkness.
Eternal Darkness.
Yeah, is in
So
fact,
we're like, did that coincide? We're like, holy shit, did we finally find that? No.
yeah,
did not find
the
it.
story of that she told you that Queen Zera spoke of is like the really terrible rains that happened the night after the eternal night fell lines up with your recollection as well. Like on the second night after the eternal night came, there's a really terrible storm, and that's when the night soil workers started working mostly to keep Society Vale, keep the sewers clean. And clearly the night soil workers are not being taking care of the sewers of the dregs. That's like the rats want to live in filth, as she explained.
Right. Her kingdom was beautiful. And
Queendom.
now it's full of shit. I think that was her exact comments.
So
Close enough.
Yeah.
Did you agree
Paraphrase.
to fight the Smellementals for her?
No. So what we said is we need to get back up top because we're not doing so well. Me specifically, Sabella specifically, I should say. So we need to go to the doctor and we need to discuss whether we're willing to do this. And she said, well, I'll give you 2 days to discuss it, and if you don't come back to me, we're going to start killing people again to get coins.
And she, in fact, there's one thing that, Sarah, you weren't there for, but I think it may have been missed. If you recall, when you were all down there, the staff, the shillelagh began to glow. One of
She
the
offered
flowers
us
would begin to glow.
a coin, a very special coin.
Yes, a very special coin.
And you told Chuckles, I love that goddamn coin.
He told me to kill them all.
He said,
You're
I
like,
think
"Slaughter
Fiddle's
them,
dad said,
take my-
fuck
take
this,
that
they're just
coin."
rats, let's just kill them. That's right.
Yeah, he said kill him, and I looked at E12 and said, you know, someone in my people once said the same thing about you, about all of you. Yeah, and he didn't.
So how does Queen Zereth know if you're going to hold to the bargain?
We have her second in command, Remy. That's
A little rat about the size of a small rat terrier kind of following along with you. Doesn't speak the common tongue, but seems to understand some of your words. In fact, he led you out of the cisterns into the city streets where it was storming, raining, pouring, and took you direct to the Whiskey Sawbones, where you've been recuperating over these last few hours. And that's where our story kind of picks up, is within the Whiskey Sawbones.
So if I'm on the Carol condition track, do I go up?
Not until you rest.
I have a request in order to make this more immersive. Can you please shit on the table so we can have?
I will not do that.
Okay, well, I tried.
But
No, please don't.
there's a word.
I did have Indian tonight, so
Okay.
if you're looking for immersion or smell immersion, if you will,
Smell-o-vision.
smell-o-vision. That's right.
No, it's a joke. Please don't.
I will bring the noise or bring the thunder. So yeah, you're inside of Dr. Drake's whiskey sawbones recuperating for several hours. So go ahead and mark your peril condition tracks to unhindered, if you would. And we will queue up his little shop. And of course, you spoke with Dr. Drake too a little bit about the going-ons as well, kind of the discoveries about discoveries beneath the streets. After all, you were kind of in some ways, he kind of kicked off his quest, so to speak. He's the one who, remember the young woman in front of the barbery, if you will.
So is it quest complete? We found out who killed it.
Not quite yet. So Dr. Drake went on to say that I don't think the Slaughter Pine Noble Counts are going to believe stories about talking rats and living piles of human detritus beneath the city streets. The interior of the Whiskey Sawbones is bathed in kind of a bronze halo of light. The polished wood and the leather buttoned chairs here and there. You've been resting in the back room, which is where he tends to take to the worst of patients. There's kind of this cordoned off area, almost like a small hospital of sort, with kind of spring beds and white canvas sheets on little ringlet rollers to give some privacy. A wash basin. It was not a comfortable sleep, but at least it's a place to sleep for the night. And you're out of the rain. When you awaken, it's been 40 odd days since the coming of the eternal night, and you still expect the sun to rise and to see the light outside the window. But as you look beyond the blown glass, it's just pitch black darkness with a few torches kind of guttering out in the darkness as people are walking around the streets. But the eternal night is still here. The floorboards beneath your feet creak a bit as you walk around, as you look at the various accoutrements that Dr. Drake has collected over the years to maintain his whiskey sawbones. You would almost mistake him for an apothecary, for there are so many different herbs and such drying on the tops along the ceiling, hanging from the ceiling, I should say. From floor to ceiling, there are these kind of pots and vials of the unguents that he uses to treat people, from everything from colds to rheumatism to abortifacients for unwanted pregnancies to treating those who are on death's door. Looks a little bit like this. Our viewers can't see that, but you all can. We're the ones who are important here. So, no less, you all are with one another, and you kind of lay out the story. As Lester, you catch up, Eaglesdov, you catch up on all the details, and you all begin to talk about what the next steps are.
So they lost how much money down there?
There's a lot, but as much as they lost, 432 brass pennies, 123 silver, and 20 gold.
So it really did like fucking flood money.
Yeah.
That wasn't even that wasn't actually an exaggeration. That was alliteration.
Yeah.
It's
Funny
crazy.
thing is, we only heard of
Right.
15 gold, something like that.
Right. So where's the rest of it?
Oh.
Wait. Blood money? That's no alliteration.
Yeah, whatever that word is. I ain't so smart. It's where that actually happened.
He's the champion of Surga Fields, for God's sakes. Cut him some slack.
I assume you meant literal.
Sure, that one. But I'm just saying, this is kind of ridiculous. Obviously we can't find that many coins. It's like finding coins in a city. It's like a neat little haying sack. It's fucking everywhere.
Mm-hmm.
So we just, what we can do? We whack some rats? I don't know.
It's either that or we go take out the elementals that are in the sewer, which are a problem for more than just the rats, it seems like.
Yeah, they're killing people, so that's not good.
Where are we
Not
at
yet,
on our
Liz.
body debt?
Oh, forgot about that.
We have this.
Well, He's not literally holding
I know,
up.
yeah.
He pulls
Like Wiggins and Bernie's?
He pulls like Wiggins and Bernie's. He pulls open a one of the curtains, and you can see that there is a bloated corpse that still reeks of the sewage that you had found when you fought the first Smellemental.
She's not gonna want that body.
Organ meat.
She's not gonna want a body covered in feces. She's gonna cook it and eat it.
Organ meat. Organ meat already has feces.
How do you know how she cooks it?
No. Entrails.
Right, but
It's like a
if
sausage.
she's eating the skin, she doesn't want it covered in. All I'm saying is that we need a better body and we need money, right? So we kill somebody and we take their money.
These things a lot of people want usually, better body, but sometimes we can't have. I know I want one better.
You need to learn to love yourself.
So, you're talking about taking it to the one person so they can chow down on it, like that.
See, I want to tell them exactly how we found it, where we found it, so they know it's only good for entrails. But they don't want to even say that.
I mean, you gotta do the rites though. Remember, that's part of the deal. Is you gotta do rites for them.
Okay, at least say a few words.
I thought there was like a whole process.
There is.
Okay.
Well, yeah, but I don't think being covered in shit all of a sudden makes it to where you can't bless a corpse.
I mean, you guys want to deliver it, go for it, but
People die in many ways.
sure.
You can do the rights on many people. I mean, sometimes there doesn't even need to be a whole body.
So,
Sometimes you only get a hand.
so would it be like a delicacy?
It's only good. I would not say delicacy, but you never have intestine of pig.
I mean, I don't usually ask where the meat comes from.
Like sweetmeats.
He's throwing the pig skin.
Yeah, I throw the pig skins.
Yeah. So when you
I
make
don't ask how the sausage gets made.
Well,
Well,
thing,
sausage-
sausage is intestine.
sausage is covered in intestine. I'm saying you'll never eat just intestine.
Oh.
Well, you must
Speak for
clean.
yourself.
So, Eaglesdov, you have a strong feeling when they're talking about last rites, especially knowing that you were bound by a vow of fealty from Lady Harker, that she probably means magically blessed, like as I think the ritual of Blessed Sacrament.
Oh, okay. So in order to perform the Blessed Sacrament, can you do that? No.
I mean, I am apostle. I know. I've seen the words they've said. I can make the words do the things.
Well, hear me out on the body.
Hand gestures.
So it sounds like you
Hand
can't do it.
right?
We need a censer. Yes.
You get some sticks and just burn them and do this thing.
Oh, I mean, you can put the incense in a censer and you.
I don't know, that sounds like really
So-
insensitive stuff to me.
It's true.
Insensitive.
I vote that somebody who's eaten at those dinners, at Lady Harkness's dinners, we just kill one of them because they have money.
Mm.
And then, because then we can all feel good about it on the inside, can't we? Kind of a taste of their own medicine.
No.
They're getting eaten now. So we get a body, we get money. It all works out.
So, from my
Let's just rob a
understanding,
grave. It's not that hard. Just bring a shovel in the night. Well, it's always night, but you know,
Before
when
a
everyone's
body?
sleeping, just go in there, dig them up, bring them out.
Why are we? This is bad.
It's already
this
done.
is bad product.
Okay.
We're
Just-
doing rotted bodies and shit-covered bodies when we
Alright.
could get a nice fresh one.
Well, here comes a question then. If you want to go find one of these attendees, because I did see at least a few faces. So if we go find one of them, stalk them through Society Vale, kill one of them, and then we bring them back.
Yes.
You don't say that his rights are going to work, so what do we do at that point?
Hey.
No, look, she was questioning your methods. I'm not.
If it works,
I said burn the stick things,
you
right?
didn't
So,
sound
like,
you knew what you were talking about.
Okay, when the body comes out, you say, and I start saying some of the stuff that they say, that they pray over, a body whenever it's done. I had spent many time with Selsnia. She used to not like me because then I say, well, what about this? And she says, no, only custodian. And I'm like, but there is martyr, there is learner, there's steward, there's all these other things. And she's like, no, custodian only. We don't care about that here. We care about it outside of here. And I'm like, but there is other places other than here. And she says, no, only here, only death, all the times, and dreams sometimes.
Can you do it?
Well, so the interesting thing about this is that he can't. In fact, the only person who can is someone who can actually cast
Is me.
Blessed Sacrament, and you don't even have that.
No,
you don't even
I
know that
don't
ritual.
have that.
You know who does, though? Who cares for all the bodies in the city?
Cessnia.
Oh, looks like you all may have signed a bad contract.
We're in
Like I
bad
said-
terms with Cessnia right
Like
now.
I said, we go
No.
in the graveyard, we dig up a body, we take it back. That's it.
We have
It's
good terms with
rotted.
Selsnia.
So don't we have like a month to
I know.
figure that crap out?
Yeah,
Let's stick to target at hand, right?
Yeah, let's just figure it out later.
The rat within our grasp, right?
Yeah, because we only got 2 days to figure this one out.
Right. Let's
That's
focus.
later people's
Right.
problem.
Focus
And
on
the
the
rat
end
just
goal,
needs money,
right?
though, right? The rat is asking us for money.
No. So, okay. We could either.
Specific coins. We cannot just make new coins. It has to be.
We could either try to track down this 500, a lot of coins that happened to at one point supposedly belonged to them. But then I talked them out of that. Okay? Because I don't know about you guys, but I'm not tracking down 432 pennies for a fucking rodent. It's
Right,
just not
move on.
happening. It's not on my priority list to be doing this, especially in a place like the drugs, which some of them would probably rather die than give up the 1 gold that they got, even if it has been chewed on. So what my thought was is instead, because I said no way in hell to her ratty queen, whatever the hell, I said instead that maybe we could work on the elementals down there and they would stop killing everybody up here to try to get their coins back, and she agreed to that one. So that is the option that we can go with instead of that, or they're just going to keep coming up here and killing a bunch of people from the drugs until they find 432 brass pennies, 123 silver, and 20 gold.
The
Well-
Smellementals. They're the ones killing?
Yeah, the shit monsters.
They're killing the rats.
She just wants us to kill whatever's sourcing the shit monsters, which was apparently a Seabran with broken face. I don't know.
What if we found the Seabran that cursed it and killed them instead?
I don't know that they did curse it. She just said she saw one. So, who knows? And besides, you'd be the only one that would possibly know if there was another Seabran out of all of us.
Yeah, I mean, I'll just, go and talk to all my Seabran friends.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay, that's what I
We
was
get
getting
it.
at. No, I'm saying that if there was anyone here that actually had a chance in knowing anything whatsoever about why a Seabran would be here, I'd assume it'd be you.
Yeah, we all know each other.
Oh, that's really... You know what? Fine. You be snippy all you want. I wasn't being that way. But you know what? Chuckles, have your laugh. Okay? I'm trying to
Have
find
your
an
chuckle,
answer
Chuckles.
here.
Oh, okay.
Here's an answer. I got a plan.
Okay, no.
So-
Wait. No, I am sorry. I was trying to make light of situation.
Yeah, okay.
Okay, no, you are correct. It is something that I would know more about, but,
I'm not saying you know shit. I'm saying out of any of us that would know shit, you would know
we
the
all know
slightest
shit
amount
now.
of shit.
Right, no, so
See, here
I
you
can't-
go
yeah.
again.
So I got this plan. We go down
Yeah.
and we talk to the chief gong master, the gong farmer, Arlo Stuhlman. So we know where the hole in the wall of the rats is. It's down by the cleft, right? Or they're down by the cistern. Maybe he can turn some valves or something around down there, and they can spew all the water down and flush the rats out.
Wait,
Not the
That's
worst.
that's our problem. It is elemental.
You get them
Yeah,
too.
but you get them both. I mean, the smell-elemental's further down where the rats is.
We should definitely kill the rats too.
Well, let's just
Of course,
point out.
the only problem is they'd get all them coins too.
There's your problem.
All right. Well, I guess we're gonna be killing both.
No, so Queen, Rat Queen, she say something about stone-faced sea opera. So I thought to myself, oh, have I ever seen, one of my people back at home wearing a stone mask? No, I haven't. It's always wicker. I'm the only person I've ever known to wear a metal one too. So, is maybe euphemism? You know, maybe something different other than stone mask. Euphemism.
Yeah, but they would still be a Siabran person. Why would the stone mask?
Well, okay.
What's the euphemism?
You have seen me without the mask all of,
So-
5 minutes?
So maybe they wear the stone mask because they don't want to take the good one down in the sewer and get it all stinky. It's easier to wash.
It's true. I still smell it.
In my visions, do they have a stone mask?
No, you've only walked in the shoes of the Aquatinian. You've seen no other Siabran. You suspect it will not be your last of the visions, though. They seem to have started to reveal themselves once you picked up the shillelagh and it began to glow. Perhaps another one is in store if you go down there and retrieve the coin that the Queen Zareth has.
So, alright, if we're gonna go down there and kill these elementals, we know they're weak to fire, right?
Mm-hmm.
So we bring a bunch of fire.
Mm-hmm.
Like I got my pigskins. What do you guys got?
Do we know how many there are?
I don't know.
Nope. They didn't either.
I'm gonna guess less than how many rats there are.
I just like your idea of getting them all at once and like. What if we sent fire down there?
I mean,
everything's wet. What are you gonna set fire to?
Also, if we had enough fire that it could possibly do that kind of damage, I'm pretty sure it would destroy small parts of the city at the very least. I
The
mean,
city's already destroyed enough. What? We're in the dregs, right?
so what you're saying, just blow up the dregs?
Mm-hmm.
Because that's what would probably happen.
I mean, all the methane in the sewers mixed with a little bit of fire would probably get us somewhere.
They have no idea what methane is. You say that
That's
word
some
aloud.
sort
You would
of-
know.
Some sort of alchemy type of thing.
It
Wait,
is.
Is it some sort of miasma?
Basically, if we get enough methane in something condensed enough, we
Who
could
is
set
that?
the whole thing on fire. Methane's an element
Oh,
that's very flammable.
so we gotta kill methane too, just
So-
like the other smellmentals.
yeah, so you...
Methane's it's an element. It's invisible.
Element.
So
How are we
it
gonna
is-
kill
it
an
is al-
invisible
It is
enemy?
alchemy. You take a little bit of fire, and you bring it to methane, and you get a lot of fire. Is that it?
No?
You turn air into fire.
Yeah. You turn air into fire.
Yeah. Now,
We
how
turn
do,
the sewer air into
How
fire.
do you turn lead into gold?
Light into gold?
Lead.
Oh. It's too complicated to
Oh.
explain to you.
Okay, well, if we were to light the air on fire once again, I do think that there would probably be some kind of distraction that happens to a good part of the city.
Yes.
Instead of,
There's no telling what would happen in the dregs if you ignited the sewers down below it.
I don't think that's such a good idea.
I don't think getting overwhelmed by shit monsters is a good idea.
That's why we go in with a plan, right? You go in with the game plan.
You go in with some of them burning pigskins and whatnot.
Right. I
Do
mean,
some bottle bombs and
you guys could try using them, but they ain't gonna go as far for you. I mean, you might as well stick to like torches or whatnot. You guys good with a bow? You could wrap an arrow up with it, set that on fire.
could.
I I got plenty of materials as I bought like sheets worth of stuff and like oil lamps, oil pots for days.
You do recall that when you first fought the filth beast, that it seemed to be incredibly weak to fire.
Mm-hmm.
When I first became apostle, I took vow of non-violence, and so I cannot use bow or sword.
I mean, it doesn't count if they're not human, right?
It is true.
What about a torch?
It does not have a blade, so
Alright, so you're with a torch. I'm saying we should, prepare ourselves for fighting these things, and the fires seem to have a great effect on them, so I don't know if you guys are any good with bows, but you could wrap up some arrows or something like that.
Should we go down to the store?
Well, I mean, I got the materials to make the stuff. Do you got arrows and a bow?
I believe you had hunting bows.
I got some ruined
or self
armor.
bows.
Did we keep
Oh,
any of the
that's
self
right.
bows that we sold?
I actually had armor stashed, a leather armor stashed at the.
That's right. Yeah, go ahead and you replace your
So you
armor.
can just replace.
Okay.
Remember we talked about that.
Okay, so my armor's fixed now.
You get a stash.
We have one bow.
We have one bow stashed too. We kept one bow and 10 arrows.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
That's right.
Alright.
We got a little stash going on at the pit.
That's right.
May not be the worst idea to get some bottle bombs or something, though, too.
Yeah. Although booze might be a bit expensive.
At this point, yeah.
Anything else you wish to prepare with before you go to be prepared to make your purchases?
I
No?
mean, what
Are we going somewhere to make purchases?
what is
we're going to be
this?
prepared.
What are spirits called? I
Oh.
can't remember. What is
What are what? I'm sorry?
spirits?
Rock gut?
Rot gut. But we can. I mean, you can pretty much get like the bathtub made stuff at any.
Yeah, but it's not equivalent to a bottle bomb. A bottle bomb is a bottle bomb.
Okay.
Yeah, rock gut will burn basically the same as oil, so it's not, and it burns for less time too.
Okay.
In fact, I can tell you exactly how long it burns. It will rock gut will burn for a minute.
A minute.
Yep.
Okay.
An oil pot will burn for 6 hours.
Okay. Well.
Yeah, I mean, we do bottle bombs. You just gotta worry about the splash, Hopefully you don't hit anyone else.
Hopefully it breaks. I had trouble with the oil pots. If you guys don't remember.
It's like it almost like was turned into like a soft pile of poo.
Yeah.
Could always just, go pick up a witchfire thrower. I mean, those are real common and cheap.
Yeah, we could do that.
What you do is you light equals doll on fire, and then Wilson throws her. It's a witch fire thrower, right?
Pitch fire. Yeah. That sounds.
I'm not a witch, thank you.
You're the one always talking about witch sight.
I have witch sight, yes.
So, what preparations do you want to make? What do you want to buy to go down there with? Bottle bombs, 12 shilling each.
What? Can you make those?
I can't make anything.
Well,
I don't have great skill yet.
Yet.
How much is a bow?
Great question. A hunting, do you want martial or simple?
How about both prices, just in case? anybody
Hunting
else-
is 4 crowns. Hunting bow's 4 crowns, and a longbow is 5 crowns.
I only have the one.
Sorry, hunting is 3, my apologies.
Well, we have enough in the group to buy one, I believe.
9 arrows is 1 shilling.
Alright.
I'd like
Okay.
to take my shillelagh and put a little bit of fire underneath it to see if it will burn it.
The shillelagh?
Mm-hmm.
The shillelagh will not burn. It is clear that this thing has been imbued with a magic beyond your reckoning. It cannot be broken, it cannot be splintered, it cannot be burned, it cannot be destroyed. The flowers are constantly, or the flowers are grow, despite the fact they're not planted into the earth. And when you take the staff and you plant it, that if you drop your staff into the ground, that's when that one flower begins to glow.
So if I put a little oil on it, will the oil burn with flame?
No, you cannot use that like that. I see where you're going with this, but
Could we wrap it?
you turn it into a torch. Sure, you want to do that? You can do that.
Why wouldn't you just use a torch?
Yeah.
Or you
I'm
just
already holding that, and I don't want to hold that and the torch, so you can have a free hand.
So you want to turn your staff into a torch temporarily?
Mm-hmm.
Hope that whatever magic's inside of it doesn't decide to explode.
So take that chance.
Well, pretty risky. Pretty risky, Equals Dive. You can do that.
Yep.
You do know that the Sword of Damocles is still hanging over you. You owe a debt to Ivan. The stars will lead you astray at some point. It'll happen at a very decisive moment. And you, Eaglesdop, know that. You know that you have a debt to pay. And it will happen at the worst of times.
Great.
So we could get a bow with the funds that we have left as the group, or we could get a bunch of torches.
I have 2
how much
crowns.
torches?
Huh?
I have 2 crowns.
Torches
What is
are
it each person going to use? Because we have one stealth.
3
bow.
brass pennies each.
I mean, 3 brass pennies? Let's go with that.
Go with bottle bombs.
Bottle bombs are 12 shilling.
I mean, we can get some of those too.
Instead of the bow.
I say don't buy the bow.
Okay.
I can't. I mean, speaking for Wilson here, because that's what I am doing.
I think everyone should.
I don't know how to do that.
I mean, arm yourselves to the best of your abilities. I mean, there's 3 brass for
Everyone bring 2 or 3 bottle bombs.
Shit'll buy some of those. Chuck some of those.
Okay.
I'll buy
Consider that
2
improvised.
torches and 2 bottle bombs.
Okay. Do you want stats on torches? Because they are weapons.
Suppose so.
Who here wants to add a torch to their character sheet? Raise your hand. Okay.
Do I for my staff?
Yeah. Torch is simple melee. It is one-handed. It does not require any AP to load. You must be engaged. It does 1d6 plus brawn bonus and damage.
Nice.
And it has the following traits. Break. Immolate. Pummeling. Slow. Break means, and this is important for him with the torch, after you deal damage, the weapon's destroyed. Immolate. After you deal damage with this weapon, it's extinguished. When rolling chaos dice to determine injuries, if any land on phase 6, they're on fire instead.
What's bottle bomb?
Ah, fun. Bottle bombs. Simple ranged. One-handed. 1 AP to load. Its distance is 1 plus perception bonus in yards, or 1 peanut butter yards. It does not do any damage, but it has the qualities of fiery, ineffective, throwing, and volatile. So what you want to pay attention to here is the fiery quality. Once you hit somebody with it, it's extinguished. Both that foe and another engaged foe must succeed a coordination test. If they fail, they suffer 2d10 plus 2 fire damage. And volatile, when you quickly fail to use the weapon,
It can turn on you.
it can, yeah, it can catch you on fire. Yeah.
Anybody's used a low-grade gunpowder weapon in dance games knows that that's a very bad thing.
Oh no! It's only 2d10 plus 2 damage from fire. You know, no big deal. So you've bought your things. You've equipped yourselves from Be Prepared. You do notice that you've been followed by this rodent that looks like a rat terrier. It's small. It's small from the perspective of a dog, but it's big for a frickin' rat. And the thing that's really unusual about this rat is it actually has human-like hands upon its front paws, and oftentimes stands up and gesticulates with its hands. Its name is Remy. He squeaks and chirps. He's been following Chuckles. What are you all going to do from here?
So,
I need to walk away from the group for a minute to a person on the street.
Okay. Just a random person?
Yes.
Okay. Man
Hear me out for a second?
Yeah, man turns around and...
I'm going to drop a coin in front of him.
Okay, he looks down and... I think you dropped this, madam. And he reaches down and picks up the coin.
And is he trying to give it back to me?
Yeah.
I'm gonna take that rope that I've had with me and I'm gonna hang him.
In the middle of the street?
No, I'm on the side of the street and I'm gonna hang him from a tree.
Oh, you want to commit murder?
Yes.
Oh, I see. Okay. Well...
That's why you walked away from us?
Yes, I didn't want you to see.
If you're going to do this, I need you to spend a fortune token.
Okay.
To edit the situation. So explain to us what we see I'll take that coin.
Of course.
So the camera turns toward Eaglesdove and this man. If you were the writer of the story, what would we be reading on the page?
So the man turns towards Eaglesdove and she drops a coin on the ground. The man picks the coin up, looks at it, tells me that I've dropped it, but then places it in his pocket. When he places it in his pocket, I take him, obviously in the darkness of night, over to a tree. I take that rope that I've been carrying with me since we got it a long time ago. I wrap it around his neck, I throw the other side of it over the tree, and I hang him. When he dies, after his legs are finished kicking, I release him, and I take the rope with me.
Okay.
And the purpose of that is because once I have the noose of a hanged criminal, I can use it to see in the dark.
Yeah, but we don't know that.
With unholy vision.
Yeah. Oh, interesting. What is your order alignment?
Treachery.
Okay. You gain no corruption.
Yeah, no. You're
So,
fine.
sometime later, Eaglesdove will catch up with you after you've done your shopping. She's covered in sweat. Like, a pretty generous amount of sweat.
Is it sweat or is it rain?
Is that rain? It's not raining right now.
Oh, it's not raining right now?
Whoa. I didn't
careful.
know it did not rain in the dark.
It begins to rain. No. She approaches, clearly covered in sweat. Balmy. I mean, it's not a balmy day. It's autumn. It's definitely quote, daytime, even though you can't see the sun or the stars. Just pitch black above. But Eaglesdove joins you once again with her torch, and breathing heavily, you all collect together.
Good stuff.
Yeah?
You have enough to eat today.
I'm good. I'm just a little under the weather.
You should eat. You should drink.
I'm good. I feel fine.
No, I did not see you eat anything at breakfast. You should do so.
I'm not hungry, thank you.
I know you're not hungry. I know what's good for you. You eat.
I think it's
fine,
Siavern's
eat.
planning this for you.
I'm eating.
I could eat. Have myself a coffee.
You all manage to get a quick bite of the meal before you leave.
See, now you're looking better. You were looking a little flush.
Thank you.
Right.
All right, so we going back down. We're gonna try to find some smell mills.
I guess so. I mean, unless anybody else has something else they want to do. Obviously, other than hunting shit. I mean, that's
But
obvious.
hold on. Did we get the holy water so we can cure the pool of whatever the queen
That's true.
talked about?
Well, I mean, we don't know that will fix it, but I guess we should probably try.
Yeah, no. I thought Chuckles could sanctify it or whatever with his godly source stuff.
Yeah, I mean, I see priests at Temple of Stewart do it before.
I thought you said you could do it.
I have done it. Yes.
You could buy holy water and be prepared, but it is very expensive. It's going to be, what's 4 times 4? 16? 16 shilling for vial holy water.
Yeah, I mean, we gotta have it. Unless, is there a cathedral near here?
Talk to.
The only temple that you know of is the House of Augurs with Chief Augur Lady Celestia,
Would
who
they
you've already avoided because you betrayed her with Lady Harkness.
Okay, we haven't
to
betrayed
get
her
dead
yet.
bodies. You purposely avoided her. Let's say that much.
Oh, I didn't know.
Yeah.
I thought we had even a place to stay there and stuff, so.
Do.
Well, then let's go tell her and let's get us some holy water. Unless you guys want to pay for it. I don't care.
I think we should go. Yeah.
Tell her what we found because
You will doubtlessly be confronted about your conversation with the introduction that she made for you from Lady Aurora. The last time you spoke, she wrote that introduction for you, and it's been days.
well, then we just tell her the truth. We confirm she's a cannibal and she's eating the people out of your graveyard.
I mean, what does she expect us to do? Kill all these people?
That's exactly what we say. You want us to kill Lady?
So above board, if you do this, you will break your vow of fealty, and you will begin to suffer the penalties.
Oh. So I don't know what you guys signed, obviously, because I wasn't there that week.
Yeah.
We agreed to bring her a body.
Then how was that?
Yeah, I don't know.
You'll be breaking your vow of fealty if you admit to this to Chief Augur Lady Celestia.
Admit that we made the pact. Okay.
Yes.
Okay. That's what I was asking.
If you avoid the conversation, you can do that, but then you'd be lying to one of your patrons,
Right.
which you could certainly do too.
That's fuckers away from me.
Yeah, so we either have to kill the one that we made the vow of fealty to, or fulfill it,
Yeah.
or get them to take it down. So
Yeah, a lot of
We have a
many
month-
roads to Rome.
We have a
as they
month
say.
to do that, though.
Yeah.
Sabella just pulls out the money and buys a thing of
Yeah,
holy water.
we'll just buy it.
I'm just not dealing with this right now. That is future me's problem.
We've got.
I mean, are we
we've got
100%
money.
sure that
We've got money to throw at things. We may as
it's
well do
actually
it.
real? Because I don't really want to go down there and try to fight these things and not have the real thing.
Oh, what this holy
Well, I'll go talk to the Augur lady.
You want to go tell her?
No, I'm just gonna say we need holy water. There's these things we're fighting in the sewers, and she asked me about it. I'll tell her the truth. She's a cannibal, and we confirmed it. I'll tell her that we're trying to steal bodies for her, though. Does that break above board? Would that break our fealty? She already knows she's a cannibal. I mean, this is not. I'm not.
Well, one could easily infer, like you all just said, that if if Chief Augur Celestia gets wind that Lady Aurora Harkness is cannibal, Lady Aurora Harkness will probably be chased down, and you are therefore breaking your vow of fealty. Yes, that will be breaking your vow.
What was it in the
Unless
contract
she
not to
gets
tell anyone?
killed for
To be
being
clear, as your game master, I'm telling you.
That's what I'm
In
asking.
story,
Above
there
board.
are the ramifications for telling Chief Augur Lady Celestia that Lady Aurora, a friend of hers, is a cannibal, will endanger Lady Aurora's life. Therefore, your vow will be broken, and you will suffer those consequences until Lady Aurora is killed, unless she kills somebody else. But then you have to contend with that.
Yeah, I mean,
Just full transparency, totally above board.
Okay.
Your characters would be able to be smart enough, like we are, to intuit. Yeah, that's probably breaking the vow.
That's what I was asking.
Yeah, that would break.
That's why I said above
You know,
board.
yeah.
I want to
Yeah, that's
know.
not
Yeah.
the way around it.
I don't. Okay.
Can't deliver
We just don't know if
bodies,
this
she
is
said.
real, guys. That's what
It's
I.
true. Yeah, there's a lot
This
to
is
think
just
about.
water in a.
I'm not saying this is the wrong decision. Just to be clear, I'm not fighting against that decision. I'm just trying to be. I just want to spell out the stakes. Those are the stakes.
I mean, we'd already told her she was a cannibal, but I mean,
You didn't.
Let's just
That's not happening.
figure that out later.
okay. If you guys feel that the most untrustworthy person in the city is actually has
Every
holy water.
product we've got from this Be Prepared has been quality. That I can recommend.
That, and if you don't recall, we actually have a business with them.
Yeah.
So it would be in their best interest to not fuck with us. I'm just.
Maybe.
Well, and we don't even know the holy water is going to fix it. We have no idea.
Let's,
Some rat that stood on top of a platform said that she thinks shit monsters can be killed by water. All right, that's where we're going with this. So even if it is fake water, maybe the elemental will think it's freaking real too, and it'll die. I don't know. All of this is hypothetical at this point.
No. I mean, I do believe if it's been, like some black magic or whatever they said, you got to sanctify it, right?
Yeah, but there's no.
You said this last when we were discussing. Fine.
I mean, we can flap our gums all day. We can just get down to brass tacks. Let's get it done.
Or we just burn the shit out of anything that we see.
Well, if it's just going to spawn another one, what's the point? I ain't fixing the problem, is what I'm trying to say. This is what you said. All the problems in the dredge, you know why they don't get fixed? They don't follow through.
No one does them. Sure.
Oh,
So I'm just trying to fix the problem.
and I understand, but at this point, we're kind of backed into a corner.
Okay? All right.
How do you test holy water? I don't.
Throw it at Eagle's Knob.
Does this burn?
Well, a lot of Eagle's Knob when the light comes out. We don't know.
You drink it.
Well, that tests. Unless holy piss works as well as holy water, I don't think that's gonna solve our problem either.
Don't drink it all.
We don't have any bar guests
I don't
handy
know.
anymore.
I mean, you're the one that's supposed to be able to know how to sanctify something.
I
Can you
know.
not tell it's holy water?
I would have to drink it.
Fiona Arlukes, the proprietor of Be Prepared, assures you, of course it's holy water. I would not sell you something that is not. This is direct from the House of Augurs, it is.
Uh-huh.
She gives you every assurance that you have no reason to doubt her. You're in business together after all.
Come on, guys. Let's get to the sewers. All right.
All right. Let's
Can't
do
believe
it.
I'm saying it, but let's get this shit done.
All right.
So you're going to follow Remy the rat, the not talking rat, but the rat that understands you, through the dregs back down beneath the sewer to wherever this smell-elemental is.
Yeah. I mean, hey, Rat, if you could take us to where the sea operan is, maybe that would be better.
Hey, Rat.
I'm sorry, Remy.
Hey, rat, how you doing? Say the name of for me. Hi, I like your shirt. Yeah. It's remarkable.
Hey, Rat.
say hello to your queen for me. Hey, rat.
Say hello to your queen.
It's an SNL thing.
Yeah.
I can't let it go. Hey, rat. I like your bow tie. Pretty cute. Okay, so you lean down to the rat, and the rat you see it kind of moves its whiskers. You notice one thing about these rats is that not only do they have kind of human-like hands, like its eyes are a little closer set to its face. It almost looks not human, but its eyes are like most predators have eyes that are closer to their snout, the center of their face as opposed to the side. This is a genetic real thing in the real world, but in this case, it does kind of give it a weird kind of uncanny valley, humanish looking face.
They smash it. Because that's what humans do when they see Uncanny Valley. They
That's right.
murder it.
Ah,
Like the Neanderthal.
I like your face. Your eyes are real pretty.
That's the prettiest rat I ever seen.
So you're queen
Rat-faced
for me.
bastard is what it is.
So the rat kind of nods, and you put your faith in this creature, in hope that Queen Zareth and her queendom of rats beneath the streets will deliver on their promise.
The most untrustworthy group ever. And we're trusting everyone all of a sudden. All right, I'm going with it.
You end up deep beneath the streets. Like you're moving through Bargetown. It doesn't even take you to the dregs. It takes you to this sewer grate in Bargetown that you have to kind of remove off the cobblestone street by hand, kind of wiggling it out. And you end up down below, once again into the depths below the city.
Does it have thumbs? Can it grab and move it?
It does, yeah.
Weird.
It's creepy.
People are
Who's carrying the light?
I think we all are. Your plan. Yeah. Torch it up.
I'll light up a torch, sure.
You can see that where the creature, Remy, as it's called, has led you into these broader chambers. They run about, 3 feet wide by about about 3 yards high. There's vaulted flow. They appear to be like main chambers. A lot of water flows through pretty rapidly. And as you ignite your torch or lantern or whatever you may have, it appears that these places have been cleaned. You can see scrape marks along the stone where clearly the night soil workers have come through to scrape the proverbial gongs, ensuring nothing grows through here. And they also take care of any driftwood or anything that may clog up the flow of these sewers underneath the water. You hear a constant running of water, like a constant flow somewhere deep below, in this kind of deep hollow echo everywhere. The creature kind of bounds back and forth, staying away from the water as you kind of schlep, schlep, schlep. Is anyone wearing their waders? Mm-hmm. Okay. Remember, if you're wearing waders, you must flip to fail athletics and stealth tests. Write that on the card so I don't forget.
We all wearing waders still in this
Waders.
I want to get my boots nasty.
Water and athletics.
Athletics and stealth.
Shit, athletics anyway.
Thank you for getting that. Typically, I just get a drink. Oh yeah, Tim wants one too. Here, take this. No, it's dangerous to go alone. Take that. Who's got the light? Who wants to carry the light today? You want to carry it?
I got a torch.
Okay, cool. Be sure to your light tracker's in the back of your folder.
Oh, I finally get to use it.
Nice. Yeah. So if you're using, just mark the number of torches you have in the topmost column, and every time you spend it, just mark off an hour. So you begin walking through the sewers, and you notice that there's actually a number of plaques along here that have been bolted to the stone. They appear to be maps that the night soil workers have maintained and kept. Unlike the old tunnels that you had seen in the dregs, here they are well maintained, although it still smells like shit. It does smell like shit. It appears that these maps kind of give you a clear indication where you're going at all times. Even though it was a labyrinthine confusion of crisscrossing sewer paths, you're able to kind of figure out where you're going. The smell is overwhelming. Who used their perfume last time for a smelling salt? Ooh.
For a smelling salt? No.
Yeah.
Only one person did that.
Only one person. Just the regular.
Normal.
Okay.
Oh, no, I
Pull my
totally did.
bandana.
As a smelling salt, or just used it?
Use it as a smelling salt.
Somebody.
Okay, I just used it like normally.
Yeah, I think Adam's saying.
Yeah, if you use it as a smelling salt, mark it off your sheet.
Yeah.
Mark it up.
So if you are, so the smell down here, of course, is bad. None of you are really night soil workers have grown accustomed to being down here. So everyone who has the perfume, and you don't ever lose this perfume until you use it as a smelling salt. Just to be clear, you're not marking off its usage. You're just assuming. We've got a lot of it. You need to make a challenging toughness test, but those who have the perfume may flip to succeed.
Challenging what?
Huh.
Flip to succeed.
I mean, a 99 flips to a 99.
Oh no! Oh, I reroll.
I'd succeed after the reroll.
Nice. I've got 4 coins, and it looks like we get a
Critical failure.
I failed too.
oh gosh.
I failed.
Well, those who failed. Oh god. 10 physical peril for those who failed. For those who critically failed, 18 physical peril.
There you go, Mike.
And you find that you're down.
That's a
Yeah,
win.
there you go. And you find that you're down here for a good 2 to 3 hours, and it is a confusing number of chambers that this Remy leads you through, which only kind of heightens Wilson's anxiety about trusting this rat. The creature scurries off into the darkness as you kind of follow its beady, shining red eyes in the darkness as the 6 of you are walking together.
Well, if after the first hour, I'll go ahead and switch to my lamp.
Okay, that's fine.
I'm watching my compass the whole time.
Yeah. The good thing is every nexus point, as if they're kind of referred to as on the plaques, it seems to be where a lot of these different pipes and such come together. They're fairly well marked. What's going on between the 6 of you as you're kind of following this beast deeper into the below slaughter pine?
So if you remember, I think the thing was up on the ceiling. So make sure you keep your eyes up.
We need to make sure I think we need to go to 2 light sources too.
I think you're right. Well, all of us will probably have torches by the time we... Remy, how much further is it? Are we close?
It flashes 2 fingers.
Does that mean close?
2 means 2.
2 miles.
2 hours, 2
Hours.
minutes.
2 junctions,
minutes.
I reckon.
The little creature stands up on one end and kind of looks around on the ground and picks up a rock and throws a stone.
2 stones.
2
Throw.
stones. Okay. Can you
Close.
tell us when we're getting close?
Well.
Or stop?
No.
Yes?
Get close.
The creature pinches its fingers together like this.
Alright. Is Italian now? No.
Ratatouille.
We are in the sewers.
Hey, rat.
Hey, Rat.
Rats would make the best plumbers.
How you doing?
Alright,
Right.
so
I could use my witch sight because I would think I was able to see them last time before we came up on them.
maybe.
That is exactly right. That's how we got the surprise on it. Okay, torching.
Torches? Okay.
Light mine up.
Okay.
Yep, I'll light a torch.
Everybody ignites their torch. Anybody else carry a torch? No? You got it?
I'll use witch sight. Well,
Which one?
It's torching, not my unholy vision. My
Oh,
witch sight.
okay.
I see magical things.
All right. It's challenging test. Challenging incantation.
I'm loading my gun
Okay.
and getting a bottle bomb out. On the other hand. Well, actually getting that on my belt because I'm going to keep my shield out.
Nice.
Fail.
Okay. You want to try again? Sure.
Yeah.
Okay.
Now we got enough bad luck.
Oh boy. The creature stands up on 2 legs and goes.
Close.
Alright. Well,
Alright.
And it kind of points down, and it kind of sits down and kind of hides behind a rock.
do you know how many of them there are? Or is it just the chamber?
It kind of shakes its head like this.
Okay.
Reassuring thing.
Thanks, Rat. Sorry you're scared. Say it like you're queen for me.
Alright, Remy. You're coming with us, right? Yeah. We're not walking into a trap.
Maybe if he weighed a ton, then he could be a Remington.
Wow.
Oh, man. No,
I got a
That
good
was-
joke before we go in here. Ready?
Yeah.
Never mind. I'll think of it
How many
later.
rats
I'll
does it
tell
take you
later. I don't want to
How
break
many
your
rats
rats.
does it take to lead you to death? Only one.
Oh yeah. What do you do when you get in a What do you do in D&D when you get in a fight on a boat? You row initiative.
That's really. That was almost as good as Mike's Remington.
That's a dad joke. All right. So yeah, Remy refuses to go any further forward. He's hiding behind a bunch of rocks, indicating that this must be very close.
All right, boss, how we doing this?
Alright, we're gonna need some torches up front, obviously. I'm gonna pull my torch after I do a shot. It seemed like my gun did pretty well. You've got a pigskin?
Yeah, I can. I'll put the torch down on the side or something like that, and pull out a pigskin. I'm ready to go.
Who else has got a torch? Just the three of us?
Got the torch.
I guess we're in the front.
All right. Begin walking forward.
You got your holy water? Are you ready to sanctify? Sanctify.
Wait, no, she has it.
I have the holy water.
Okay.
I can get in there if need be. Hopefully this time he doesn't get eaten by a shit monster.
Yeah, it was not fun.
Did have to save you last time.
You follow down this narrow, this wide tunnel, and it terminates into this open nexus chamber. And you can see there's this iron ladder attached to the foot of where it terminates. It drops down into this large recessed pool of water. Like the ladder just leads down into the water, down below about 10, 15 feet.
Is it acid scarred?
Good question. Roll tradecraft test. This test will be trivial.
Oh, trivial. Well, I might actually get that then. Isn't that a flip to fail?
Nope.
Flip to,
It's flip to fail.
no, it's not.
Tradecraft? Nope.
No.
Tradecraft's not a special? Okay, I thought it was.
I thought it was too. Oh, okay. Well then, yeah, I got it.
Yeah.
31.
It is. You can see that there's corrosion all along the metal ladder. In fact, a few of the rungs have been sizzled, burned off. And you realize that this actually drops into like a very large chamber that is so big your lantern light doesn't shine all the way across it quite. You just see like fleeting shadows.
Chamber of Secrets.
Well, what's the plan? Are we going down? Is there other tunnels?
Not here now.
How much of a drop is it?
About 10, 15 feet. And then it drops into what looks like a shallow pool of water.
Any sort of ladder?
Yeah, there's a ladder there. Once again, it was corroded.
Okay.
So it drops about 10, 15 feet. It's attached to the wall that you can go down.
Where were you like 5 seconds ago?
Not
Big
big.
rat.
Thinking that I could throw that far and be fine to stay up here.
Bet you can throw it over that mountain.
Well, I'm thinking we're gonna have to get down in there, because I'm pretty sure that's where it is.
Well, remember they use on the ceilings, so we should look up.
Look up, look at the walls, look around. See.
You shine the light and you realize this is actually one of many tunnels that adjoin inside this large kind of octagonal chamber. This is one of many that have a similar kind of like tunnel that terminates in a ladder that goes down inside of it. And water kind of spills from where you're at and from up higher. It's a very deep, deep cistern. It's made with the same flagstone and bolted brick together.
Is there any other ladders or just the one?
Just this ladder right here. The other tunnels have ladders, though.
All right, are we going down, boss?
Don't think we have much of an option.
I'll start climbing down.
I can keep
Careful.
an overwatch position from here.
I'm gonna touch with my gloves, make sure.
Seems fine.
All right.
It looks like this ladder was never bolted to the wall as you're beginning to go down. It actually kind of wobbles underneath of you. You quickly scurry down it. Whoa, shit! And you come down and like you're standing in like almost knee-deep water. And that's when you realize there's this kind of like shallow pool in this huge nexus chamber. And the water is slowly going through like a sieve. Water is coming in here so fast that it constantly stays at knee height. And as you look down with your lantern, you can see these iron grates that are about 1 yard wide by 1 yard wide, and they kind of go out and they spider web out like a grid.
Like 1 yard wide?
Yeah,
So we have to like make sure we're standing properly?
unless you want to slip through the sieve, yes. And that's when you notice where that ladder came from. As you turn your lantern around, you can see that about 15 feet off the ground, well above the chamber you came in, the sieve, the grate, seems to form these iron brackets and is bolted to the wall. And as you shine your light all around, there are 8 similar ladders with bolts to the wall that seem to hold this like great sieve in here. Imagine like the grates of a grill, but it's crisscrossed instead. And they are actually suspended inside here, held against the stone wall, these huge iron bolts. And there are 8 of these in total in here. And they're elevated off the ground. But there's so much water flowing in here, the water's constantly at knee depth level. There's all kinds of sewage and other debris that floats around in the water too.
Well,
Anyone else want to drop down with Wilson?
it's spooky and gross down here. Who's coming down?
I will do it.
I'll go.
I'm going.
Watch yourself on that ladder. It's not bolted.
Oh,
That's fun. Well, at least we have the other ladders, I guess, that we can get to if need be.
You find that as you kind of come down, you're moving through this filth and muck where perhaps all of the overflow from Bargetown seems to gather. You can hear a distant sound of roaring of water, like well below where you're at. And you imagine like the water just literally sieving through here like a waterfall underneath. You have no idea how deep it is between here, but it is precarious and very dangerous to walk in here along these grates. They are literally 1 yard wide, and they seem to join once again like in a grid, like a spider web, all across this huge chamber.
Watch your footing.
I don't
I
know.
don't know how we're gonna do this.
And this makes this entire chamber treated as hard terrain. I mean, you cannot charge or run.
I don't think we can fight this here. I mean, what?
Let's try to do your ceremony of Watership.
We can try and just see what happens.
The overwhelming smell of excrement is very, very strong here, and the air is slightly humid. The surfaces are all wet. The pool is viscous, some with warm excrement still floating on top of it.
Nice, nice.
Anything but wash from above, splinters of wood from barrels, perhaps a bone or two, carcasses of animals eaten, maybe even a few human that you pickled and thrown down here itself, have gathered here. There's a few barrels bobbing in the water. Maybe one is yours, maybe it isn't. but these enormous pipes just constantly have a steady flow of water everywhere from up above.
I don't know what even a vial of holy water is going to do to this, though.
I don't know. I mean, say your prayer and let's try and find this one of the.
Are all of you down here now inside this chamber?
Not me. I'm staying up.
Okay.
Tap.
What about your Lady Sibella? Are you down there?
Mm-hmm.
Okay. What about yourself, Hiram? Eaglesdove?
Down.
Okay. And Chuckles?
Mm-hmm.
Okay. So you're keeping up high just in case. Okay.
Yeah.
Somebody's gonna hold the ladder.
Right, so this is where we are dumping the water and making the wards?
I guess. They seem to think that would fix it.
Right, well, here goes nothing. I take the topper off and I briefly just taste the tiniest bit of it.
It tastes like water.
It's holy.
You pour so Chuckles pours the water into here and like when like oil like rests on top of water, it kind of makes that kind of like the kind of viscous sort of look. The viscosity of the water is suddenly turned completely pure in a burst radius around where Chuckles is. The water becomes perfectly clear as it banishes all of the excrement and the corruption that seems to cling to everything. And then like when your toilet burbles in the middle of the night? Well, it's happening all across the chamber.
Why don't they pour this in the sewer? It seems like this would fix all the problems, apparently.
Are you gonna say your words?
I already did.
Oh,
Eaglesdove, as you're looking toward the walls, you realize that this is not algae that's grown in between the cracks and the crevasses of this Nexus chamber. It's like this strange growth that you saw before. The purplish light that you saw, it looks like the same sort of algae grows over here. It's like a living corruption.
And it's just growing right now?
It's just everywhere in this chamber. Just like it was in the cistern where you were before you fought the Filth monster. And the burrowing becomes much greater. And then suddenly you kind of see this swell, and there's like this big bubble of water. It kind of pops and hisses, and suddenly shit and detritus and everything else that's in here kind of spatters all over, covering you all in excrement. And then something begins to kind of come out of the center of the chamber in darkness. Some disgusting thing that is not all that unlike what you had seen before. And you're hit with this wave of smell, which we will resolve in just a few moments once I roll initiative. Yes.
What does it say?
Poop and pee.
poop and pee beastie.
We're so mature.
What does she go beast? Because I gotta have room to write the number.
Oh, yes. My initiative. Uh, 24.
24? Well, unless we got
Yes.
surprised, he goes first.
And I think, Adam, Mike, if you would do the honors here. We're going to lift and move toward Mike. Hold on one moment. Yes, you can see the sieve and the ladders and everywhere you came down. So first off, we'll probably put you somewhere along here.
Unholy water.
We've got Chuckles. This is Wilson Thornton. This is Eaglesdove.
That's good, my friends.
That's right. This is Lady Sibella. This is Hiram. This is the ladder you came down originally. That is actually now lying on the ground. And then there's this thing of filth and muck way over here. It's kind of risen out of the darkness.
Does it not fall through the hole?
It does not.
Okay.
You see this massive pile of broken. It's just detritus that's gathered, like moss and algae and shit and driftwood and broken bottles and splinters of wood. And when it kind of, instead of like floating atop the surface like some oil slick, instead it seems to kind of have these undulating arms of slick shit that constantly splashing all around it. Like the thing is like growing arms out of the center of it and kind of almost walking on the water as each of the appendages kind of reach out and stretch as it begins to, well, rush toward you all. And it has a, so it has 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 1, 2, 3. And the thing comes in right on top of Wilson Thornton and Chuckles, as we can see right here. And feel free to spin this as you need it. And as this filth ooze, this great filth ooze, so to speak, it will. It's you can see that it kind of has this hot sizzling sound around it, and it smells like diarrhea. Like it smells horrible, and you can feel like the acidity splashing kind of along your armor as it grows close, as it's these huge like pseudopod glops and tentacles. It's kind of moving and sloshing through the water, and sounds literally like something is stuck in your toilet. As the glob will reach out toward Wilson Thornton. It strikes.
Can I use lightning reaction still?
You sure can, and you probably should. This test, because it is a huge monster, huge, not normal, not large, but huge, meaning it fills like a 20 by 20 radius. It's freaking massive. It will be hard for you to parry with your shield with lightning reaction.
Okay. 48.
Can I do battle buddy?
Thumbs up, soldier.
When combat begins.
42.
Yeah. So do I have to do that before any rolls, or what? I don't know when.
Yeah, so I would say it's best right when combat begins to declare your battle buddy. You want to declare your battle buddy after I resolve this real quick?
That's fine.
Yep. So, as you parry the blow, you must resist with a coordination test. You just the acidity against the wood.
Difficulty?
It is also hard.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
21. I did not get that one.
Okay. You want to use a coin to reroll that?
I have at a 21% chance. That would be
Okay. Your
terrible.
shield is ruined as you parry the blow. I think we should probably keep this up. That's probably smart. All right. You You see that the shield kind of begins to hiss and pop and sizzle, and you can see that it begins to splinter in Wilson's hand as he parries the blow. Its turn is over. Who's next? Sabella, you would like to declare your battle buddy?
Yeah, so that's gonna be Wilson.
Battle buddy.
What's battle buddies do again?
One ally per combat gets plus 10% to defend and cannot be flanked as long as we can see and hear each other.
Nice. So you're working together. What will you do, Lady Sabella?
Okay. So I can't necessarily move too much, but I am going to move one up.
Yeah, the thing is absolutely huge as you see it kind of writhing above you, almost 15 feet.
And then I am going to fire my flintlock pistol.
Okay. Crack! You fire. It is currently engaged with your allies, so do you want to take aim to offset some of that penalty?
Yeah.
Okay. It's a hard test. How many AP are you going to spend to aim?
It's hard?
Yes.
It's huge.
Oh, I thought huge would make it easier to hit.
It's not a matter of making it easier to hit. It's a matter of the fact that it's engaged with your friends.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. No matter how large it is.
Okay, let's see. Hard, so I will aim for one, because I
Okay.
moved for one. So.
Okay. All right. I'll make a challenging test.
15 will do it.
Nice.
Hits.
Boom! You fire your weapon. Roll damage.
Okay.
Big money, big money, big money.
Oh,
It's on the floor.
oh, that's fine.
Trying to kill me?
So I'm gonna go ahead and use a coin to flip this to a 6.
Oh, nice. I'll take that coin. How many do you have left?
2.
Cool. That's what you can do.
That's a 1, so that gets to go again.
Nice.
7. So that's 12 plus 8, 20.
20. Nice. Blam! Splat! You can see all the bits and pieces of detritus explode all over as it's only lightly wounded. Anything else you wish to do?
That's all maybe.
Okay, who's next?
It's me.
Hiram.
Hiram. What will you do, Hiram?
Sorry about that, guys. That was my
I
job.
will.
I have to take these off every
Beginning a turn, I will equip my bottle bomb and then light it off the nearest person's light source.
Okay.
I'm gonna move. I know I'm carrying a light source, but is there any way I can attempt to hide?
Sure.
Okay. I'm gonna.
We flipped fail and stealth because of our
I know.
leaders.
I know. Yeah, I will move away. Just where I'm at. This one, I guess. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10.
Remember that something that is fiery will catch it and another engaged person.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
Yeah, I know.
So
I'm waiting for an opening. Hopefully.
Got it. Okay.
I'm kind of. My thought is to kind of spread.
Did you
everyone out.
just hustle across there?
Yes.
Okay. I need you to make a coordination test.
Okay.
This test is standard.
Success.
Okay. You can have walked precariously along the grate. To clarify this, anytime that you move here in this place, remember you cannot charge or run because it is hard terrain. Every time you spend at least one action point to move, at the end of your movement, you must make a standard coordination test. If you fail that test, you will gain peril from stress. It's a fail forward test. If you critically fail, you fall through. Through the sieve. God knows where.
Alright. So, I guess I will attempt the stealth.
Okay.
Difficulty is a secret test.
Well, it's flipped to fail.
Okay.
It's not a secret test because we don't do those anymore. It's arduous.
Okay. Alright. So, stealth.
your life behind, it would have been easier.
Oh, yeah. I guess he did take a light.
47% chance to succeed. And I succeed.
Nice. Okay. Okay.
I'm in an urban environment.
Oh, yeah. I don't know what that means, but.
He gets a bonus.
Oh,
Okay.
yeah.
In order to hide, you need to extinguish your light.
Oh, I didn't. I thought I. Well, if I didn't know I had to extinguish my light, so I guess I won't do that. Then I'll just.
You only use a coin to change the situation because you've already made the decision.
Well, I guess I'm just not hiding now, so I won't waste a coin, but I'm just not hiding.
So you've already made your test, so you've already done your action,
Okay.
to be clear.
So I'm.
Do you want to just release your light, let it float? Do you have you have a lantern?
No.
Oh.
It's holding the
Okay.
bottle bomb, though.
Yeah,
Right?
it's on the bottle.
Oh, that's fine. You don't need to extinguish that. It's like a match light.
Tiny.
Yeah,
Okay.
it's tiny.
That's
It's a
what I
tiny
was.
key.
Yeah.
Yeah, you're
Okay.
fine. You're
Okay.
fine. Yeah. If it was like a lantern, you could just let it go, let it bob in the water.
Mhm.
Hopefully, it doesn't get sucked down.
So how much AP do I have left?
Well, it's you move for one,
Mm-hmm.
and you hit for one.
Okay, so I have one left. If I aim now, will that benefit next turn?
No,
I can't
you must
remember.
take aim on the
Okay.
same turn. Yeah. Good question. though.
I'm just gonna bank my last AP and hope for an opening
Okay.
to throw.
As Hiram moves across the sieve in here, you realize how precarious it is, but you almost instantly recognize, Wilson, as you look around in here, that those bolts that hold up this huge sieve are pretty loose. And there are a total of 8 positioned all around this chamber. What do you want to do?
I'm Wilson.
Sorry, Wilson, what do you want to do? I apologize, sorry. I was looking at you.
I'm gonna go ahead and issue challenge,
Okay.
leaving whatever that is defenseless. And then I guess I'm just gonna. I got the torch in my hand. I'm gonna take aim, and I'm gonna strike.
Okay. Take aim for 1 AP or 2?
2.
2. Nice. Okay. So it's going to be a standard. It's going to be a routine test because it's larger. Then add your tip plus 10%, obviously, for taking aim.
Okay. Routine. 88%. 75 does it.
Nice. Okay. Roll 1d6 and add your brawn bonus.
Okay. Big money, no whammies. 8.
Okay. Unfortunately, it remains lightly wounded. Real quick point of clarification. Whenever you use torches, when you deal, instead of dealing injuries, you will catch it on fire if it deals an injury.
Oh, but I can't catch it on fire without even. I thought it would try to immolate anyway.
No.
Okay, well, this
that's
is
what
a
a, that's
terrible
what a
idea.
bottle bomb is useful for.
But we can't do that because we're all engaged.
The huge torch you use, you kind of stick it into it, and it sizzles and pops, and just kind of it breaks, and it's no longer lit. Your torch is spent. That's the break and the immolate quality.
So you can't do damage to it because it's a torch, but wait, what am I missing here?
We did damage.
You did not
to
exceed its
torch
damage
last time.
threshold. The torch does
okay.
damage.
I thought there was another layer that I was
No.
missing. Okay.
I could make that a 6, guys.
Okay.
But
You could if you want to spend a coin.
what do you guys think?
I think I want to use a coin
Okay.
because I kind of need to. 'cause-
So, once again, Wilson, you lunge out with your torch. 1 second, not your turn yet. Wilson, you lunge out with your torch, and it's not enough to penetrate its oily hide.
Broke too.
But boy, it's broke and it's snuffed out. It just broke, so your torch is gone. Yeah, but you do see those different bolts kind of arranged around the interior of this chamber that appear to be rusted out and corrupted, as if from maluse. What do you want to do?
Well, I'm out of AP.
Oh, are you okay? I got
I
it.
use-
Okay, Eagle's Dive. What do you want to do?
But I'm thinking about that now.
In order to be in range to touch it, I need to use 1 AP to get over there.
Yeah, you would need to hustle over, and you would need to end your movement on one of the sieve grates. So, but you must move your figure along the sieve grates. Don't
Okay.
move into the negative space there.
So my movement is 6, so I
Okay.
just made it to
Yeah,
where I could touch
that's right.
them, right?
That's right. So at the end of your movement, you need to make a standard coordination test. Make sure you don't. You kind of. It's very precarious to walk around down here, especially with the big undulating poop monster.
30. That's gonna be a fail.
Not a critical failure.
Not a critical fail.
Oh, you feel really nervous about this whole undertaking. As you suffer 6 mental peril.
If I don't get up to 9, I don't go, right? Okay.
Pick something else up.
Okay, so I've used 1 AP.
Yeah.
One to move,
You have
right?
to use
One to
way
move.
Get with the hustle
Pick
over.
something up.
Now I would like to use Subdue.
Subdue. Oh, interesting. Read the effect.
The effect is, after successfully casting this spell, you immediately render one foe helpless as they are knocked prone. Your foe can successfully resist with an awareness test.
Okay. Okay, so to cast your spell while you're engaged, it's going to be a challenging incantation test. Do you want to channel power?
No idea.
How many steps? 1, 2, or 3?
Let's do 2.
Okay.
Let's do 7.
So your your test is now routine.
Okay. 57. 67.
And you may roll 2d6 along with that.
67. Okay. That's gonna be a loss and a chaos.
Should have channeled 3 steps.
Did you succeed your test?
No.
Okay. And you roll a manifestation?
Yeah,
oh
I
my
did.
Always
gosh.
channel 3.
Jeez. Looky what happens when you tempt gods.
But not enough.
I would like for you to roll percentile dice as you proceed to call to demons unknown to you.
Okay.
Once again.
What's the worst that could happen?
98.
Oh,
God.
you need to roll again.
Means you're going to the other table.
18.
Okay. Roll one more time.
66. Is that a critical fail?
No.
Oh.
First off,
You can't critical fail this.
choose any 2 allies.
What do you mean?
Doesn't matter.
My-
Choose any
my
2 people
buddies?
around you. Yeah.
These guys.
Okay. What's your primary weapon that you use, Chuckles?
Not in this particular fight, it's a knuckle duster and cestus.
Okay. What are you using in this fight?
The torch.
Okay. What about you?
I have I'm holding the bottle bomb.
Yeah. So the first thing that happens as she kind of tears through the fabric of reality, you hear this crash snap as your bottle bomb is ruined and your torch is broken and the light goes out. Second, because you roll a 98, it's twice on the Divine Retribution table, you over-channeled. You tapped way too deeply into the subtle weapon warp of whatever demon you were calling to. So anytime that you decide to channel in the future for the next 3 hours, you must add 1 additional d6 chaos die.
Jeez.
And your spell fails, and your turn's over. That's 3 action points. Who's next?
Chuckles.
Look, she said choose allies. I didn't know I was going to screw you guys over.
I did.
It could have been worse.
Yeah, it's always.
You could have chosen the 2 of them.
You know you can kill us, right?
It's just wasted all
There's
turn.
literally like you hit us
That's fine.
instead.
Oh.
You should keep channeling, keep doing it, and just
No,
yes,
have fun
like he
with it.
says, do it all.
Have fun with it.
Just know that the table can fuck us as bad as it fucks you.
Yeah, it's fine.
Divine Retribution. It's no joke.
It's
Now
all
have fun
sorts
with
of-
it.
But it is
That's what
not
it
wrong fun though.
So,
Chuckles. What would you like to
I'm
do?
going to use a coin to edit the situation, and
Okay.
I have decided that I have made a deal with person to be prepared.
Yeah, Fiona Arlux.
Fiona Arlux.
Yeah.
That I can get a tincture from her if I tell her a story about my life before the lands in this country, Aglador.
Yeah.
And so it looks like I will owe her yet another story as I get the tincture out of my backpack, because otherwise I can't add Fury Dice damage with my injury.
What injury are you currently suffering from?
Shell shocked.
Oh, that's right. I'll take that coin.
Yeah, so
you find a tincture and you wish to use it?
Yeah.
Okay. Using a tincture obviously is one action point.
Yeah. And
So you
then-
imbibe the tincture, gain 1 corruption, and pew,
That's right.
you've got tunnel vision now, right?
Beautiful corruption.
Because it's opium.
Yeah.
How you can ignore your injury? How many use opium?
Yeah, I thought we had one too when
Yeah.
you said that, but we do have another still. So my bad. I was looking at it from an angle. So now I can actually add Fury Die to damage, and then I'm
Nice.
gonna get out a torch
Okay.
and light it. So I don't know.
It's going to be 2 action points.
All right, there we go.
Interact,
So,
yeah.
Oh,
I'm-
this is going really well.
I'm in fighting shape now.
That's good. Lester. Leroy. Jenkins! Leroy, you as well notice, as you're kind of got a higher vantage point, you realize that these bolts are actually raised above the grate, above the sewage floor, and you can see you have to climb ladders to reach each of them. Although somebody who can throw something is a different story. And of course, you can see that if we look down here at the map, they are literally arranged. Every gray space you see here is actually what is holding up the entire grate in here. You imagine if you destroyed a handful of those, it may even cause the grate to bend and break, flushing everything down.
Including the filth beast.
And the
Or
whole,
smell.
and the whole party.
And the whole party.
Yeah, dude. Just take the money you earned from this, start your new party.
Yeah, start my new party.
See you guys.
Bye! Well, Lester,
Alright, so Lester's going to he notes that, but he's gonna stick to the original plan for right now. What he's gonna do is he's got his pigskin out, right?
mm-hmm.
Alright, so he sees the target. Now he's not used to actually not aiming for his allies, so he's not gonna take any care to not try to hit them.
Okay.
And so he's gonna aim. Well, it would be 1 to light the
Yeah, 1 to light.
1 to light, 1 to
Sorry,
aim,
yeah.
1 to throw.
Yeah.
So that's what he's gonna do.
Ooh, boy.
So he's gonna take a little aim, you know.
And this is treated as a bottle bomb, to be clear, right?
I mean, what do we wanna? Yeah, we wanna try it as a bottle bomb then.
No, you
What do
don't
you-
want to.
What do you want to try it as?
I mean, a flaming flying pigskin.
Okay, so just confirm. Okay, so yeah, just the flying pigskin. So if it does damage,
Yeah.
sorry, if it does injuries, it'll potentially
Yeah.
catch on fire.
Right.
Okay, yeah, smart. Okay, so you know your distance at this point. I'm assuming if you're looking.
I
down
got
at the grid.
18 plus 5, so 23. So I'm pretty sure I'm with that 23.
Yeah, it's going to be a hard test,
Okay.
and adjust your chances for aiming for 1 AP, obviously, and then
Okay.
everything else you're doing here too.
All right. So that's a 24 success.
Nice. Roll damage.
Okay. Oh, that's a 1. So 1 plus my brawn is going to be 8.
Oh, flip it, man.
You want me to?
Yeah,
I
1
mean,
coin
at this
left.
point, we got
I'll
nothing.
use a
We
coin
got
to
nothing
make
else
it a
going on.
6.
Okay.
Another one up here. That's a 6.
Okay.
That's a 1. Alright,
Oh,
so
wow.
13.
so 13 plus 7 is 20. And it's fiery base. I don't know if that matters.
Okay. The good thing is you did enough damage to penetrate its damage threshold, and it is technically considered fire damage,
Mhm.
which is very important for this fight, as you may roll 1d6 chaos die to determine injury,
Right.
or to see if it's on fire.
That's cocked.
Yeah.
That's a 1.
Ah.
Darn.
So yeah, it does fire. You see the pigskin fly across and explode, and the smell of burning shit fills the air. Anything else you wish to do, Lester?
That's all 3 of my
That's
AP, I
it.
believe.
Well,
Now we're fucked.
The good thing is that you hurt it with fire, which means it cannot revivify at the beginning of its turn.
Oh.
So it remains moderately wounded.
Ooh.
And then you see these two pseudopods tentacles lash out. One toward let's see. Let's take a look here. One toward Wilson and one toward Chuckles. Nah, one toward Eaglesdove. Yeah, Eaglesdove is good. So the first attack toward Chuckles. Ooh, a narrow miss. Chuckles manages to see it coming and whoa, moves out of the way. Eaglesdove. That is a hit. Didn't retain any action points to parry, did you?
I did not.
Well, I got bad news. It's a huge creature, so there's 3d6 plus. The die got stuck. It got stuck. There we go.
So much for your fancy table.
20 damage.
Yeah. And so it's gonna knock him 1, 2, 3 steps.
They're seriously wounded. Seriously.
1, 2, 3. Seriously.
Yep.
The old Eaglesdove seriously wounded.
Oh gosh, Eaglesdove. First off, before I roll for injury, you need to make a hard coordination test.
Didn't you just injure me?
No?
Yeah, but there's something that happens before that.
Oh my
Yeah.
god.
This is how monsters work.
This is bad news for Eaglesdove here.
Yeah, just it's gonna draw you in.
Okay, what did you say it was? Coordination?
Challenging
Or
coordination.
push you down.
Yeah,
One, two.
challenging coordination.
And no green. Yeah. Cool, so 20 to win. Succeed. 87.
Okay.
That's a loss.
Eaglesdove goes flying across the chamber. As you suffer 10 falling damage as you're thrown 10 yards across the room.
Sure you did.
Fortunately, you land in water, so it's only 5 damage. You go flying.
It does, yeah.
So 1, 2, 3, 4.
One away from death.
Oh, yeah. Eaglesdove is literally thrown across the chamber, landing at the foot of the stairs across the way. Are you grievously wounded?
Yeah.
Roll 3d6 chaos dice. If you land on 6, you suffer an injury.
If any of them do?
Yeah.
Oh god, 2 of them did. Do I have 2 injuries?
Nope.
Okay.
Unless there's a special trait, but no, it doesn't matter. Normally, it doesn't matter how many you get. It just takes one or more will give you an injury.
Oh jeez.
You want some?
What do we
Yeah.
got?
I have all the coins, everyone. I'm sorry. I'm very, very sorry. You begin bleeding. You gain 9 corruption.
Fix that.
One moment. Not only that, you have a giant splinter of wood sticking in your stomach as you are suffering from a penetrative gut. Here's your card. It's a minus 9% to your brawn, and anytime that you drink anything that may be hard on your stomach, you cannot recover to unhindered on the peril condition track.
Is that
Laudanum, drugs, food, spicy food, smelling salts, poisons.
Shit water.
Is that Splinter from Wilson's shield?
Just don't drink it. We're fine.
No,
Sure,
it's-
why not? Yeah. I know why you did that. Smart.
Thank you.
So, that's 2 AP. The creature lifts its arms, so to speak, or its pseudopods, and all the water starts bubbling all around it, like from with acidity and heat, and the smell of shit. The smell of like really bad diarrhea begins to fill the room once again. All of you need to make a challenging toughness test.
Barely succeed.
96. Okay, and I'm rolling the rocks tonight.
Those who failed suffer 9 physical peril from the overwhelming smell. And its turn is over. Sabella, you're up.
Okay.
You fired your weapon before. Now remember, you can quick load. It'll leave you defenseless, but you can quick load if you wish to do so. You see Eaglesdove go flying across the chamber, sliding across the water, almost falling between the sieves.
Instead, I'm going to use my military formation, and I'm going to use what used to be called inspiring words.
What's military formation do? Sorry.
That's the one that gives them plus initiative. Not that I think it'll do anything, but I'm going to do the words as weapons.
Oh, nice.
And I'm actually going to do hastened.
Oh, smart. Yeah. What do we hear?
Do I know about the bolts at this point?
Yes.
Yeah.
Okay, everybody does. All right.
Get to the bolts.
Yeah.
Get to the bolts and everyone else, get off of this platform now. Somebody. I need you to grab her. Get Eaglesdove off the ground.
And she's just shouting commands out.
Roll a routine test.
It's your job. Shout those commands.
Success.
Nice. So what happens?
So everybody goes up by 3 initiative. Once again, that doesn't do anything, so I don't know that there's a point for you to move it.
But more importantly, it gives,
However, it gives hastened,
which
gives everybody plus 3 on their movement.
That's right.
And I can't do words as weapons again, correct?
No.
Okay. Not this turn, at least.
Well, you can't stack.
Oh, I wasn't going to do hastened.
Oh, I see. You're saying, yeah, you can do words as weapons again. Absolutely.
I was going to do inspiring words.
Okay. What do you
Where
say?
should I intimidate? No, inspiring words. She just continues to call out orders. I would think that would just be. She's like, we can take this down. We don't need all of those bolts. I think if we can get half of them, we should be able to get this thing taken care of. Just calling out things like
Yeah,
that.
that's good. Yeah, routine.
We're good there.
Nice. So remember, that's +1 to your damage peril thresholds. It's 2 action points. What do you want to do next?
And
Man, I wish I would have had that 5 seconds ago on that smell.
No, sorry. I was 1 away!
I try. And then I'm gonna use my movement to get to this bolt. No, this bolt.
Okay. To climb, treat it as 2 as opposed to 1.
2, 3, 4, 5. So my movement at this point is 12, so I can get up top.
Yep. As you begin going up the ladder, I need you to make a challenging coordination test.
Got it.
Okay. You do not slip through the sieve as you come to the top. And as you're at the top of this, at the end of your turn, you can see that there are these big, rusted out bolts that are fairly loose. You imagine if you had the right tool or tools, you could perhaps dislodge this. Hiram, you're up. What would you do?
I'm going to pick up.
Rotate where you need to.
I'm gonna move towards Eaglesdove.
Okay, go ahead and spin your table.
She got
Just be sure to watch.
blasted.
Yeah, just be sure to watch the central camera. Is the one you want to watch, obviously. Watch the camera beside you too. No, it's not the best
1,
angle,
2,
but we'll move that.
5, 6, 7,
Okay.
and then
You need to make a challenging coordination test at the end of your movement.
Okay.
But you want to help her out
I want
first.
to pick her up.
Okay, so spend another action point to do that.
Okay.
So Eaglesdov is now on her feet. But as you do that, roll a challenging coordination test.
Okay.
Ooh, walking on these grates is really nerve-wracking. You can feel the water sucking at your boots like it's threatening to draw you through the sieve.
Success.
Not only just an act of balancing on a 1 yard kind of walkway, but also the water kind of sucking you as you knock some of the stuff that's clogged up the drains in here. The water quickly sucks down.
And then I will head up the ladder.
Okay. It's 2. It's like 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Yeah. Okay. You are to the top. We need to move Eaglesdove back on her feet here. So go ahead and pick your character up. Yep. Just in the space you're
Good
in.
moves. Good.
On the sieve. There you go.
Solid moves there.
Nice.
Thank you.
All right. Wilson Thornton, what will you do?
Old Willie is gonna disengage because it's the only thing I can do without getting myself mutilated.
You're going to
by this.
maneuver away.
That's what it is. I'm sorry,
Okay.
I can't remember the new words.
So yeah, when you maneuver,
And I don't know where I'm at here, guys. I can't even see.
whenever you maneuver, you move up to 3 yards and avoid opportunity attacks.
Which one of those is me?
You are right here.
All right, I will maneuver here
Okay.
and then move to here.
Okay.
And
One
I-
second. As you maneuver away, you need to make a challenging coordination test.
Oh, and that first move? I thought it was at the end.
Every move, at the end of every action
Okay.
you spend. Okay. And then you come to the ladder, make another challenging coordination test.
He only did a 1.
No.
And so did
He
she.
is hold. No,
And so
no.
did-
Hold on. Time out. Everybody, time out. Every time you spend action points to move, you need to make a challenging coordination test. So
Okay.
if you move twice, which you did, you spent 2 action points. You spent 3 action points in this case, but you maneuvered.
Well,
So
2, actually.
yeah,
1, and I have 20 to get up there. It's 8.
yeah. So go ahead and roll your challenging coordination test.
Okay, another challenging coordination test. 32, I made it.
Okay, cool. You're to the top of where you can see the loosened bolt at the top. Are you done, Wilson?
No, I still have action points.
Nice. Well, maneuver is 2.
Oh, maneuver is 2?
Yeah.
Then I don't have action points.
All right.
I thought maneuver was 1.
Eagles dive. What do you do?
Stop is gonna use that splinter of a wooden shield, and I'm going to make myself stop bleeding. So after I successfully cast this spell, I add 3 to my damage threshold, and I can't bleed. And if I'm currently bleeding, I'm bleeding no more.
Nice. So you need to cast successfully. So you're in relative safe distance, so it is going to be routine incantation. Unless you want to channel. Make it easier.
Yeah,
How many steps?
3.
3? Okay, now it's trivial. Be sure to write down 2 corruption for the last time that you channeled, and write another 3 for this one. Every time you channel 1 step, it's 1 corruption.
Right. You'd only need to channel 2 because it was
It was already
Routine.
routine.
It was already routine, so
So you could only go 2 steps.
Oh, I can't.
I mean,
do
I'm just
40%
unless you want
up.
the extra dice in corruption, then yes, please do.
Okay, so now it's a trivial test, trivial incantation.
Trivial incantation. All right, so that is going to be
coordination's 2 now? What was this?
87.
Was it 2? We had it for a while. You said it pretty. Was it really?
60 and 2 ones.
Nice. Well, guess what? The stars are going to lead you astray in this moment. They flipped to fail. What do you have? Flip to fail.
6.
Oh, nice. Okay. So the stars, in fact, did not lead you astray. All right. That's gone. Okay. So you succeed, which is good. You now have Aegis up. You're no longer bleeding. So you fix your bleeding. You are still suffering from your injury, which is minus 9% to brawn, and obviously you get a sour stomach. But you now have the reagent you need for future castings of Aegis too, which you did not have before. Okay, that's 2 action points: 1 to channel and then 1 to cast.
Oh, that's right. You tricked me.
You don't have any coins, unfortunately, to take some additional moves. I don't think.
Well, okay, so I've got some extra movement now too, don't I? So let's see if see if I can get over there. I can do it.
Are you moving once? Or hustling once?
Yeah.
Okay.
Right?
Go ahead and move.
Is that?
I don't.
Yep.
Whatever you're.
You're good.
What's
As you
your
begin to
movement?
go up the ladder, roll a challenging coordination test.
Right.
You're going across the sieve, yeah.
Yeah, I wasted all my good rolls on that. An 02 and a 12. Now they're all gone.
Challenging coordination.
Yes.
I'm never going to succeed at this.
0-1 always succeeds.
Fail.
Oh no. Well, you can feel the water pulling at your boots. You grow nervous as you suffer 10 mental peril.
Remember the +1.
They got the +1, so that means I just go down 1, right?
No, if it meets it, you don't go down at all.
Sweet.
If it's equal, you don't go down.
Okay.
So now you're up there as well. So who's next?
Isabella did
Chuckles?
that.
Yeah,
Worth.
that would be me. So, in the position I am, I would not be able to safely get away from it and get up the ladder. So, I am going to hustle, and at 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. At that point, I would be leaving its engagement.
Yeah, so you'll provoke an opportunity attack.
Unless it has reached, then it would be one more step. And then,
You do opportunity attacks
Did you-
when they first leave engaged.
Is that with the extra
okay.
3 movement that I give you?
huh?
Hastened?
Yeah, but even then, I would need to.
Oh no, Adam.
Yeah, I've been sick.
That's a crit success.
Oh, fun.
Oh god, this is a lot of dice. It's 46 plus 13. Not bad. 9, 10, 11, 21 damage.
Okay, I am moderately wounded.
Slap as it strikes Chuckles in the back, and you need to make a challenging coordination test.
Okay. No, I do not make it.
Oh, okay. Well, Chuckles, you get thrown across the way. 7 plus, 14 yards. You're hitting water, so it's only technically 7 damage for being thrown.
Okay, still moderately wounded.
Okay. And you're not going to go far. It's going to be 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, and you're knocked to the floor on the bottom of the foot of the stairs.
Okay, so that was one action point, and I am on the ground.
You're on the ground, yeah.
Alright,
safe.
so, being trained in coordination, I'll get up for 1 AP,
Nice.
and then I'm going to ascend this ladder, having to make another challenging coordination test, but for a different reason this time, right?
Yeah, because you're landing on the sieve. You're still on the sieve.
Yeah. Just do
Nice.
it.
Slip down.
What did you just do with
It's
that?
another challenging coordination test. What are you looking for, I'm sorry?
I just.
Oh,
Dice.
you mean these dice that are over here?
Oh.
I was like, I'm nuts.
I know.
Alright, challenging coordination. That's 33%.
Oh my god, I can't take the suspense.
I know.
Is that a 3?
No, that's a 0,
Oh,
0.
0.
So it all depends on what this is. That's a 7.
0, 0, 0. Oh my god! Okay, so you get to the top. You get up there, so that's 3 action points.
And I look across the way at Equalsdov and just kind of give you a strange look because you look surprisingly okay.
You don't.
Lester, what are you gonna do?
Well, apparently we're all becoming civic engineers, so I'm gonna, I guess,
You're holding on to that one. I'm sure.
civic engineers.
You might want to stop, cease, and desistern with that.
Yeah, he went there.
All right. Well, I
You've
don't
been working on that one for a while, haven't you?
think we need a flaming flying pigskin to try to knock out these kind of bolts. So he's gonna aim at this one here.
Okay, the one across from you. Let's see where you're at here.
Or wait,
Oh, hold on a second here. Where
The
are
one
you?
right
Yeah, I
next to
see
you?
you're at. It's a little close.
Yeah.
Okay, so you.
I mean, there's no winds. It's not moving. Stationary
No,
target.
stationary
It's like
target,
at the
yeah.
side of a building.
Yeah, it's like a trivial test, one could say.
Yeah.
So spend 1 AP to light it and 1 AP to throw.
Yeah. Do that.
And one day.
That's a 16. Success.
Nice.
All right.
So as you strike, you roll damage. Boom! There's kind of this explosion. You just pop, and then suddenly the floor kind of almost like a spring bed, and you see the water kind of like burble up, and some things kind of shift loose in the sieve, and so the water starts flowing faster through it. Anyone on the sieve currently?
No.
I think we're all up.
All right. The creature kind of like its arms kind of reaching all around and kind of moves back and forth, sloshing like as you had like an egg resting in water, kind of sloshes back and forth. It can't be knocked prone. If you were on this, however, you would all have to make challenging coordination tests or fall through. So what I'd like for you to do now is put this over that great thing. One of them has been destroyed. Okay.
Great success.
Great success. Now it's turn. Okay.
Monster.
So, the creature somehow kind of gathers more muck and detritus around it, almost like its limbs are kind of scooping up more trash and filth in the water as it revivifies 2 lightly wounded. The cost no action points. The thing begins to kind of move across. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. As you're standing, you Hiram are standing on top of this thing up here.
It saw me. I was hiding.
Ooh, you're right. Good call. We'll say it wanders blindly for a moment, as I will waste that action point. And then it will instead...
Grab your dice at him.
Yeah, be nicer, bud.
There's no one
1,
over
2, 3, 4, 5, 6. It'll come toward Wilson Thornton. Wilson,
Sorry.
you see this. You see this. Not just the globs of attacks before, but like you see this this kind of shit tentacle, like a writhing turd, kind of like reaching out toward you to yank you back down into the muck to swallow you.
So in smell elemental it says, "Get over here."
That's right. I rolled
It's
25.
It's a
It hit.
turticle.
So you can dodge this.
Okay.
Are you wearing waders? Actually, you don't have to worry about that. You don't fail on that. So to dodge, you've got the advantage of height, but it is a little bigger than you. So we're going to make this just a challenging coordination test.
Okay.
For you to dodge. Do you have an action point to spend?
I have
Lightning reaction. That's right. Perfect.
61%, and 20 doesn't.
Nice. Okay. The good thing is that its turn is over, and you managed to evade the stinky pickle trying to drag you into
Thanks for the extra
the
10%.
muck. Yeah. Lady Sabella, it's your turn. What will you do?
Oh, I hate that.
Alright, so I am going to, I guess take I don't know if my shield or my sword, but basically just start bashing at this bolt. So I guess yeah, let's do it with my shield, because I feel like that's probably going to be the easiest.
Your metal shield?
No, it's wooden.
You waste an action point bashing against it with your shield. Clang, clang, clang! You see bits and splinters of your shield coming off, but it's not doing any good.
I don't think my sword's going to do any good either.
You don't imagine.
Could I just kick at it repeatedly? I don't know. Like,
Try
having used the shield at this point, do I think that kicking at it would help at all? Probably not.
Probably not. you need the right tools or something that could do something pretty
You ever
seriously
taken a bolt
damaging to
off?
metal.
What damages metal?
Apparently a pigskin.
But what was on that flaming pigskin?
Oil.
I mean, you got a gun.
Could shoot it.
Could shoot it.
You want a quick load and fire for your last action point?
Yeah, why not?
Okay. You don't need to roll anything.
Oh,
It's
no.
right in front of you now.
I just because it's volatile, you know.
You spend an ammunition. Boom! You fire your gun once, and you hear a as the ricochets off the walls. Roll d6 chaos die.
5.
Okay. No, it's a 6. I'm gonna spend a coin. It ricochets off the wall toward Chuckles. Roll damage.
Oh.
As it ricochets and hits.
This is brutal.
Roll damage.
Yeah, damage.
Damage.
Cox. 3. 7.
Nah, I think we'll send that to a 6.
Oh my god.
So that's a 5. So it'd be 11 plus 4, 15.
15 damage, Chuckles.
I am seriously wounded.
Oh no! Roll 2d6. I won't spend any coins on this.
Nope.
Okay.
44.
No injuries. Fortunately,
Farty.
you may place one of the destroyed rings on it.
Hey!
Not on him, on yours. Yeah. Oh my god, he's destroyed! Put it underneath your character if you would.
Watch it!
And as you fire, you can see that you can hear the sieve. You kind of begin to shake and shamble a bit. The metal kind of slowly trembling, the water kind of bouncing up and down, including the smell elemental. The whole thing is just kind of shaking for a moment. You see more of the detritus kind of free between the sieve, and suddenly you see a whole barrel swallowed through the sieve. Now, water just going straight through. And this thing is dripping down and reaching up and keeps pulling itself up between the sieve. Now it's struggling to move. One may say it needs one additional action point for movement actions moving forward now that 2 of the bolts have been destroyed. Yeah, huh? Look at that. So, Lady Sabella, anything else you wish to do?
Barely shoot allies.
Spin your gun and put it away.
Yeah.
Throw a bottle bomb. Let's just finish Chuckles off.
Yeah,
You got fake points, right?
I do. Yeah.
No, I think that's all of my stuff, right? Because quick load takes
Yeah.
an AP, so yeah.
Okay. So, quick load 0 AP.
Yeah.
Oh, it's 0. So
Yeah,
I still, I
but
do
you
still have
are
AP.
defenseless. Remember.
Next turn.
Whatever. Okay. Can I quick load a bottle bomb?
You can quick load anything you want.
Let's quick load the bottle bomb, and I'm gonna throw it at it.
You have to light it though.
Yeah,
That
I
is
need
a
to
load,
ignite,
right?
need to ignite it.
Still doesn't count. It's 1 AP. Damn. Then
You don't have a light source with you.
well, then I'm gonna scream at it, and I'm gonna use words weapons.
Okay, don't roll anything. This is
It
a
probably-
wasted roll. You scream
doesn't
at the
work.
smell elemental at the top of your lungs at this great undulating mass of poo and shit and everything else. You fucking shit monster! Fuck you!
Yeah.
Fuck you, you piece of shit!
Piece of shit!
Doesn't do anything. I feel better.
But
It's very cathartic.
yeah.
You're happy.
It's
afterwards.
catharsis, you know. I have to send pictures of this to the designer of the adventure.
Yeah,
He's-
I got nothing else.
He's
here.
going to
I
flip
can't.
shit. Okay,
can't dodge
so
parry,
Lady
so.
Sabella's turn is over. Hiram, what do you want to do?
I'm going to try to loosen the bolt with my lockpicks.
Okay.
I'm sure that if it's all rusty, I can probably loosen some of the rust.
You managed to break a few picks. They are useless against this. You spend 1 action point.
Okay. I want to just...
You imagine if you had like night soil tools like the like Stuhlman had offered before. If you would have taken them, you would have had the tools to loosen the bolts. But your lockpicks, unfortunately, do not work.
Rusty.
Okay, I'm gonna edit the situation to have those tools.
What happens? What happened?
Oh, I was like, oh yeah, that's probably a good idea to bring. Back when I was with Arlo Stuhlman.
That's right.
Stools, tools.
Stools, tools. Okay, write Stools, tools on your character sheet. You have
Stools,
the situation.
rules.
That's the great thing about these coins. They can be used to, remember, you can use them
pretty
to
good one.
narratively change the flow of
second
what's
one of those
happened, to
edits, yeah.
adjust the past. Yeah, that's a perfect usage. In fact, there's been
Good.
2 really good usages of these tonight.
I'd like to think 3 when I murdered that person.
Well, 3, 2, yeah. I'm sorry, I forgot about that. I was
I
thinking,
actually
I was thinking about in this
forgot
fight.
about that.
I was thinking about this fight
Is it bad that
specifically.
you forgot she murdered?
Yeah.
I did not.
Well, nobody. Well, she didn't forget it.
knows.
She suffered.
Yeah, nobody knew.
Okay, I'm not saying the characters.
Oh,
Is
yeah,
it bad that us players forgot she murdered
Eaglestop was one of the good guys.
It's kind of in her wheelhouse, so no.
We're just like, yeah, normal day.
Let's lay it all out here. Okay, so you have Stuhl's tools.
Okay. So I will.
You may make a skull. You may make a tradecraft or a skullduggery test. This test will be routine.
Okay.
Unless you want to take your time, you can spend the rest of your action points
I'll
to.
take my time. Why not?
Okay, it'll increase it to easy.
Easy. Okay.
He pulls out a bag,
7.
giant, but support looks like a giant crescent wrench or monkey wrench.
Nope, I don't make it.
He's trying to loosen it.
Rolled
He's
a
trying.
97.
He's got one boot against the wall, trying to crank it. Some of the bits of dust or the rust gonna come off, but
Should I re-roll?
other than that,
How much? Yeah.
Oh, there is one.
Get rid of a bolt. Do it. You have the best chance.
Okay.
so you're
I'll
gonna use that
re-roll.
last coin that's in
Yeah.
there. Okay.
That's a success.
Nice. Okay.
See?
Go ahead and take this and place it under your figure, if you would. Give that to Nick.
Yeah, I can do
Underneath
it probably.
Like you're closer, yeah. Just
How many have been loosened?
3.
Okay.
Does that
And
include the
which
ones that's already
3 have
broken?
been loosened?
One on each side.
Oh yes.
So would you say that we're halfway there?
As the sieve begins to shake and shamble, the ladders fall off the 3 contact points where you had busted and broken. Everything. They slip through the sieve as the ladders are now gone from beneath of you, and you can see down through the sieve beneath your feet, down into the darkness, where water's just rushing straight down now. Okay, who's next?
Did I use all my AP?
Yes.
Okay.
You took your tools out for 1 AP, and you took your time. Sorry, you spent your 1 action
That's
point
right.
to try
Yeah.
your lockpicks that didn't work. You spent an edit situation 0 AP, and then 2 to loosen it.
Yep.
So yeah. So who is next?
Me.
Okay. What do you want to do, Wilson?
I am going to use the same method that Mike used. I'm going to take a vial of oil out.
Okay. You're gonna pour it on there. Okay.
Put my torch onto it.
Okay. Yeah, it slowly begins to burn and eventually combusts. Go ahead and put that underneath your, or where you're at. And as you do so, the ladder falls beneath.
No! Sorry. It's harder to reach than you think from that area.
It is.
I should have just had Mike here.
It's
I
okay.
do it.
I actually attached all these with, let's put these above it like this. Just to
Take
make
5.
it a little easier. You know, we've got 5 of them loosened at this point.
Oh, I need to mark off that foil.
The whole thing at this point is slanted one direction, and the Smellemental is struggling to stay atop it. Okay, that's 2 action points, Wilson. Well, it's 2 action points. What are you gonna do for your last one?
Pulled it out, lit it.
That's 2.
Oh, it is 2.
You can yell at it like I did. It doesn't do anything.
I'm gonna yell at it.
Fine!
I'm gonna defy it.
That's right.
Rude gestures.
Or scream to Lester, hold that other ladder! We're gonna need it!
Okay. All right. Eaglestaff, what are
Are
you
we
going to
all
do?
gonna go into different areas? This is gonna be messy.
Eaglestav's gonna take big purple staff and try to hit it loose with that.
Okay. You waste one action point. Crank, snap, whack! Nothing happens. It will take more than that to loosen, or to destroy this bolt where you stand. What do you want to do next? Eaglesdog looks like she's a bit frantic over there.
Yeah.
Fire!
If I can set it on
Rusty.
fire.
Yeah, if you can.
That's
You
what
can
your friends are
oil.
screaming for. Yeah.
Okay.
Do you have oil?
I do have oil. So
Source of heat?
I have candlelight.
Nice.
So I can use that.
Oh
to set it
gosh,
on
that's
fire
right. You can.
with my hands.
And this situation is so nerve-wracking, knowing that the sieve could fall through at any moment. This is going to be a challenging incantation test.
Just trying to make
You pour oil onto it for one action point. You already spent one for trying to whack it with your staff, so you spend one action point to pour oil on it, and you can cast magic for one action point. You don't have any coins, so you can't channel. You don't have enough action points to channel. Costs 1 AP to channel, 1 AP to cast. Feel free to help her, Adam. You're
Okay, so I got a challenging. I can't channel power?
No, because you don't have any AP left, because you spent 1 AP to
You
whack
have
out with
survival
your
kit.
staff, and then 1 to pour the oil over it, so you only have 1 AP left. Now, if you felt the need to channel, then you could always wait until the next turn and bank that 1 AP in case it comes after you.
I'm gonna have to do that.
Okay,
I gotta bank it.
sure.
okay. Okay.
You could yell at it too.
Yeah, do I have any left? No.
Well, this is costing action points.
Yeah,
Screaming
yelling's
now.
free. That's what.
Yeah, you
Yeah,
could
it's for free, yes.
yell at it.
Screaming is a free action.
Oh, fuck you!
Okay.
Pickle you!
We turn to Chuckles.
Well, Chuckle is just seeing everyone else do this when in Aglador. I mean,
Yeah.
he'll do the same. He'll take the pint of oil he's got and he'll pour it over there and use the torch he's got.
Do you have a pint of oil in your character sheet, Eagle Staff?
Yeah,
Okay. Did you mark it off?
I didn't use it.
Okay, so mark it off now because it's gone.
Why?
You just used it.
What did I use it for?
When you
Poured it on
You
thing.
poured it
You
on
poured
there.
it on there.
Yeah.
No, the oil was for my hand to do the candlelight.
Oh, I see.
But I
Okay.
still would have needed to pour it on there to use it. But I was gonna use my spell.
It's equivalent to the light of a candle, not the equivalent of a burning
Oh.
vial of oil. So
How do
you
you
need
light
to-
your sources? Do you not have a?
With oil.
Just have a pat of oil and
And then you were gonna do the
dab of
candle.
oil.
Got it.
Yeah. So yeah, you got a dab of oil in your hand, and your oil pot's now gone. Yeah, you can't just use a candle to ignite this thing. Your candlelight with enough oil, though, will. So that's good. Okay, so Chuckles.
Yeah, pour the oil over it, take the torch I've got, and set that one aflame like so many others, and I watch the ladder slowly drift away with this feeling of dread.
Yes. Because we're all
Well-
in different tunnels.
Different tunnels.
Mike's the only one with the rat.
That's right. With an explosion of light, the sieve clank, 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 breaks everywhere and drops. And suddenly the filth monster disappears into abject darkness as all the ladders slip down below your feet. The entire floor is completely gone. Only these stony outcroppings that you've all positioned yourselves on top of over this precarious, dark cistern, and you hear this roaring and a splash down below. And as you've got your lantern, you can see what looks like the frothing of the Brightwater River far down below, and you see the dark eminence of the filth beast spread and stretch as it's kind of immersed in the holy water and dissipates, breaking apart as the water is clear and clean and the water is frothing down below. This must connect to the Brightwater somewhere outside of Bargetown. It must flow somewhere near the pit. But you have no idea how far down that is, and you are standing on the edge of oblivion as the entire sieve is gone.
Well, that seemed to work a little bit better than we thought, huh?
Yeah.
So, should I go get Remy and see if he can walk me around to where you guys is at? Or are you just gonna take a leap? I don't know. What you guys doing? What's the plan?
I don't think taking a leap into infested water is a good idea.
Well, I didn't say it was. I just asked if he was.
I think we're gonna have to try to take the tunnels. Can you pull Remy back to here and see if he can give us some indication if he knows where these tunnels go?
All right. I'll pick up my torch.
Okay.
I'll head back. I'll be back in a minute.
Can you speak to the mouse?
I mean,
You reached. You're down up on one hand and knee.
That's what I'm
What do you say?
You can't talk to him.
all right. So we think the
Hey,
filth
Remy.
monster is gone.
No, it's gone.
I mean, we busted the sieve and it fell. But they all stuck in different tunnels. You think you can take me to the other tunnels entrances? Yeah, well, that's what I thought too. Alright, well, I'm gonna go back there. You wanna come?
The rat nods its head and follows you.
Alright.
As it comes to the very edge, it readies to leap down inside it.
Right. No,
Yeah.
don't go over. That's a bad idea.
You
now.
catch her by its tail.
Yeah.
Yeah, everyone, as you're standing on this very slick precipice. It's literally like 1 yard by 1 yard wide upon these kind of stony escarpments that are kind of sizzling and burning with fire, where you had burnt out the thing that held the sieve up. And you're looking down into the darkness. You hear the roaring of water down below. Without a doubt, it is connected to the Brightwater River. You know that's somewhere down below. But it's dark and long way down. So you're kind of yelling across the chamber at each other.
So you think we could get a replacement sieve?
I don't think that's going to be anytime soon.
It's going to be prepared, Abigail.
Not our problem.
It fell off the back of a wagon, she says. I found it.
This whole set fell off the back of the wagon.
A big 40 foot by 40 foot grate.
I think we're going to have to drop into the tunnels and...
How close are those actual tunnel entrances to
You could try to swing down onto the stairs that drop down, but it's slick and it's wet and it's precarious and it's dangerous. If only you had a rope.
Oh.
If you had one, but you used it to hang someone earlier tonight. Eagles
took
Dog.
it with
She
me.
kept the wire. She kept the murder weapon.
I had to take it with me because that was the whole point of it.
Oh, I see. Okay, all right.
Remember I hung
She
him and left
gets
the
her.
body there?
That's right. That's right. Okay.
So I've got a rope.
It's gonna help you.
It's going to help me, and I'll go around to the other tunnels, and I'll throw the rope to them and pull them up.
So let's take care of you first.
Okay?
Okay. So where you're at, you find some place to attach the rope loosely. You don't know how well it's gonna hold, but
Not your name, sir.
you can try.
Let's
You
try.
want to try? Okay. So we're gonna assume, this being you, Eagles Dog, you're gonna try to swing down. Remember, these ladders are gone, of course. We know that. So these aren't really highly relevant to what's going on here. This is just kind of a visual indicator for us around the table about where you're all positioned. But you kind of position, you kind of tie the rope around best you can because that bolt was blown out. Or I guess the bolt near you isn't. You've actually got a pretty good place to tie your rope off.
So let's do it.
Okay. You'll swing down in there?
Yeah.
Okay. It's going to be, for you, an easy athletics test. But you've got waders on. Going to take them off?
Yeah.
Okay. You discard your waders down into the darkness.
Oh, I forgot she's sleeping.
No, she's not.
Oh.
The waders kind of are here. They're left here.
Okay. Yeah.
Okay.
Leaving him here.
You can't carry these things
Covered in
around.
shit
You either wear them or you don't.
Okay.
Okay. And so, what did you say it was? A what athletics test?
It's an easy athletics test from where you're at. As you prepare to swing down into there. If you critically fail this, you drop into the darkness.
I dive.
Cool.
What is the B?
5? Yeah. Or is that 50? That's 5, isn't it?
Yeah, that'd be 5, but you don't need to flip to fail because you took your
Drop the
Right.
waders. That's right.
So yeah, it was gonna be good either way.
Are you suffering an injury?
Just my gut, right?
That's right. Okay, your wounds are now infected. You drop down into the tunnel and you realize your wounds have begun festering from all the filth and muck inside here. So you are safely down into the tunnel, which is good. Challenge is that your rope is still tied off up there.
I need that rope.
You want to cut some off right here?
Yeah.
Okay. So it's approximately call it 6 yards down. How many yards of rope do you have?
I think I've got 10 yards. Yeah, I'm pretty sure. Yeah, 10 yards.
Yeah. Sorry, we'll call this. We'll call it 4 yards down. So mark out 4 yards of your rope.
Okay. That's for
Well, she manages to drop down because she has a rope, which may be a good idea if any of you have rope or want to chance jumping down, leaping, slide, swinging down into the tunnel inside. It's up to you all. Right now, you're just kind of marooned.
I'm gonna get out Rufus's squeaky toy. No. Come on. Come get me. Come get me, rats. Is there a way that we can? Is there distance between the rock? Like, it's. How is it? Is it encyclopean? Is it mortar?
Yeah, so it's kind of this. It's kind of bits of broken stone that have been bolted together like these crisscross lattice bolts that kind of hold the rock in place. There's enough handholds to try to climb down. They're slick and wet. It's not impossible. So if you tried to climb down, it'd be coordination. If you wanted to leap down, it'd be athletics. Without the aid of a rope.
When we finished combat, we got all our coins back, right?
That's right. It's a refresher coin pool.
Oh, nice.
Can't I
So we
use
spent
the
money
rope
on this
to
thing?
rope people in?
What's that?
Can't I rope my friends?
With your 6 yards of rope?
You have to get through
You
your
need to
tunnel.
get through other tunnels. You have no idea how these tunnels interconnect into this chamber.
Neither does the rat.
Can I throw the rope to somebody?
Sure. You want to throw it too?
No.
No.
No, I'm gonna say bad idea.
Yeah.
I mean, I don't want to
Try
be mean, but you got those little girl arms. You ain't throwing that nowhere.
I had to murder somebody for
It's
that
not like
rope.
you're me, all right? With big brawny arms.
You what?
You did what?
Oh yeah.
I didn't hear you.
Yeah, I'll take my waders off and Can I throw them into the tunnel?
You try. Sure.
Try.
Go ahead and make a routine coordination test.
Oh, no, that's I'm gonna fail that anyway.
You did pretty well with the earlier ones.
I rolled a 02 and a 12. That's the reason why. Okay, 51%. Oh, critical success.
Nice!
That's the one thing I want to
So not only do you get your waders thrown in there, you also jump into the tunnel with no further harm.
Oh! That was the most
Reward
beautiful
or
roll
critical
ever.
success always.
Woohoo!
Okay.
Guys, it was really easy.
By the skin of your teeth.
That was scary as hell. Don't do it.
So at this point, Eaglestav and Wilson are safe. That leaves Sabella, Hiram, and Chuckles.
Get the old lantern fired up here.
You know, maybe if we argue enough, it'll just be like ice and ladders. And we'll just use those ladders.
Though eventually it would be enough ice. It would build up.
Sure.
Sabella's gonna follow Wilson's example and do the same
Okay.
thing.
So I'm going to make a challenging
Really
coordination
jump
test
off
to
the
throw your
edge.
waders down into the tunnel first.
Challenging. Okay. 33 is a critical success.
Oh my god!
Wow!
Follow suit.
Not only does her battle buddy, yeah. So you managed to throw your waders down, and you managed to slide down there through the skin of your teeth. You're inside the tunnel as well, kind of looking at one another from opposite ends of the tunnel. That leaves Hiram and Chuckles.
Can I attempt to assist Chuckles since I could be in the same tunnel as him for him to get down?
You're not in the same tunnel,
I would be in a different
unfortunately.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, unless you want to go toward that same tunnel. You want to leap in that same tunnel with her? I mean, if we look at where you're positioned, it's certainly possible, because we can assume that...
You can go either way.
We kind of assume... Well, first off, let me ask you this.
Or can you?
Are Wilson and Sabella in the same tunnel?
No, she would have gone to the other one.
Okay.
She would have gone to the one between her and Chuckles.
Yeah. So...
Which is why I said, could I assist him?
Eaglestav. Drop down this one. Okay. So that leaves literally Chuckles and Hiram left.
I'm just gonna climb down with the coordination.
It's
Okay.
athletics to climb down.
You gonna keep your...
It's athletics. to
No,
climb
it's
down?
coordination to climb down.
So,
Athletics to jump.
real quickly,
Sorry.
do you want to wear your waders? Or you want to throw them down?
Do they? That doesn't. The waders don't affect coordination, do they?
No?
Okay, I'll just keep them on then.
Okay. Are you gonna climb down or leap
I'm
down?
gonna climb down.
Okay, that is a coordination test.
Right.
That is hard.
Okay. Hard coordination. We ate 37.
Take your time.
I'll take my time.
Okay. Add plus 10% to that. It's a little hard.
47. And that's a success with a 4.
Nice. All right.
Well, gosh,
Well-
we're all rolling amazing all of a sudden. Couldn't roll it.
Now we've
Couldn't roll
got-
to save our lives against the beast.
I did fine
But
against
me
the
and you
beast,
do a
actually.
backflip off of that.
Yeah.
Then can land
That
on
leaves
Crit-
everyone
Mine
but
was-
Chuckles. Chuckles? Chuckles down?
Yeah, that's right.
What do you do?
Chuckle
did.
stop.
You did roll really
I
well.
didn't do well. Back up.
So wait, so she is in the tunnel that I'm gonna be leaping to?
We'd like to.
Okay. Yeah, let's go
I went to the one between the two
Yeah,
of our
let's
pillars.
correct that. We'll assume
That's
that
what
you're
I was
there.
saying.
And so, yeah, you can absolutely assist if you have a skill rank in the same skill that Chuckles is using. Chuckles, will you climb down? Or leap
I
down?
don't. So, never mind.
Come this way.
You see, I can't get in that right now. It's not good.
I can back down the hallway a little bit.
I still have shell shock and shit. It's no good.
So you just want to stay up there?
I mean, you ever said if we get split up to go back to the beginning, and I am waiting. Back here at the beginning.
Okay. Alright. I don't know how we're going to get you down from there.
Hey, there's only one way for me to get down.
What?
You gotta get up to get down.
Can you jump in the water?
I gotta jump where she is, but
You get those waders on,
yeah, I got them on.
take them off.
You can jump to the other one.
I know you don't know the body like I do, but taking this off right now.
Your call.
The waiter's only thing is the only layer protecting you from your wounds growing infected.
Right.
This place is covered in dreck and filth. In fact, we already know Eagledov's wounds are already infected because of it.
We'll be paying.
Do I still have wounds though? Because I stopped myself from bleeding.
You stop yourself from bleeding, but your injury is still there and you are infected. Be sure to write down infected on your card too. If you would.
Okay.
Infected.
I did.
Okay, cool. That's good.
You can throw them and
Festering.
pick them back up.
Did you write Cyrus' stomach down
Yeah,
there
but
too?
if I throw him,
Yeah.
I'm getting shit in my shell shock.
He's been recovering from an injury for some number of
Right, I knew
days.
that. I knew that.
What are you gonna do, Chuckles?
Okay, you catch me. I am a lot bigger than you.
Could I attempt to catch him?
Sure, with
that
an
wouldn't be
assist
an
die.
assist. See, I don't have an assist for coordination.
Yeah.
No, I was talking athletics because I'm gonna jump.
I don't have athletics either. I don't have either.
Warp, warp.
That's why I said, oh, well, I can't really assist that way.
Yeah.
I was hoping I could do something.
Talk me through it.
She'll do her best, but she cannot assist you.
All right.
Well,
Uh,
So while they're talking about this, what Lester wants to do is with Remy is figure out like, hey, let's see if we can find a way over there.
Okay, so you and Remy will start wandering through the tunnels.
Yeah. So me and Remy are gonna figure it out.
Okay.
We gotta do it eventually.
That's right.
Might as well do it while they're talking.
So you can hear them.
Yeah.
I think I have an idea.
Uh-huh.
How about it just so happens that I go down this hallway and there happens to be a spare ladder because of the maintenance crew that has to go through here for the gong farmers.
I'll allow it. Your test is trivial.
Okay. So
So I'll set the ladder up and hold it.
Truly
That's all-
athletics.
all I can do.
Okay. So that'll be 81. Flip to fail though, because I'm not taking these waiters off. And a 73 will do it.
Nice. Okay, well,
Glad
you
I got
managed
this
to
ladder.
to at this point get to where you're at, and you are obviously in totally separate tunnels beneath the sewer in Slaughter Pine, and you've managed to banish successfully, including pouring the holy water in. You banished the filth. You banished whatever was living here in the Nexus, and I think we're going to continue
10,
next
20.
week. Everybody gets 100 reward points.
That's an advance.
Yeah, I think it's an advance tonight.
No, this is just the end. We're all at these tunnels, and then like Tears for Fear starts coming on. And we all give each other that look, and we just kind of walk
go
away
in
down our
separate ways.
separate tunnels.
So, corruption roll for tonight, 8. Well, we know that Eagledov at least gets 1 chaos rank no matter what.
Did you get 2?
The only one.
Only one
But I
tonight.
am at a 9. Wait, does that put me over? Am I like?
You gotta be
Oh,
at
yeah.
10. Then you get something bad.
Okay. I get an injury, right? Is that?
No, you get a disorder.
Oh, a disorder.
Yeah.
That's fun.
That's not bad.
Another one.
Depends on the disorder.
It really depends on it.
Yeah.
It usually has something good that comes with it.
So, let's talk.
Hers do.
That's right.
Regular
So let's
disorder.
talk about tonight's session. It was obviously it could have been a really dangerous battle. I was kind of thinking, personally, I was kind of thinking for a moment you're all going to try to face it down, but I think it would have been very, very, very dangerous. So it's a good thing you managed to dislodge all of the connections on the sieve. Yeah. So if we're thinking about next game session, like what's going through your character's mind at this very moment? Like if we were to set up the next game session, like a small vignette of each of your characters' perspectives on what's happened and what's going to happen as you all are literally separated in the sewers. What's Lester thinking? Obviously you're with Remy, you're trying to find your way through.
Right. At least, I mean, because Lester's not a great, like, navigation kind of guy, but, like, so he can pretty well, like, lean on Remy.
Yeah.
I mean, who knows the sewer better than Rat?
Yeah.
But, like I say, that's kind of his hope, is that like one way or another we'll eventually be able to meet up again. But figures at least he can maybe find his own way out.
Yeah.
Sorry, guys.
I'm leaving.
I mean, I'm gonna try. Don't get me wrong.
Right.
I'm trying.
But if I get hungry, I'll meet you back at the pit.
If I get hungry.
Yeah,
It's snack time. See ya.
I need my wings. All right.
That's right. What about Lady Sabella?
She doesn't know what to think, honestly. She feels like every single thing that they've faced at this point is just lose-lose. Like, it's just which one loses a little bit less. You know, she's like, the cannibal thing, it was either we die in the mansion or we get a chance to come out and possibly find them a body. You know, after being pledged. The rat queen thing, it was we either get destroyed by rats or we come down and try to fix this so that we're fixing multiple issues. So she's kind of just stuck in this lose-lose that she feels like is this swirling void that's pulling them down. And now, you know, party's completely split. So
Yeah.
she's not feeling so great right now.
It's tough being an adventurer. What about Wilson?
Wilson always comes out on the right side.
What does that mean?
Be fun.
Means the crouching one still has work for him to do.
That's a fair point. Yeah. So he does not feel his journey is finished here.
Yes, he has faith in his divine responsibility.
Yeah. Do you think that Wilson's going to exact revenge against the rats regardless? Do you think it's something he would desire?
I'm gonna see how the party leans, but that is exactly what I feel like.
They've
killed humans.
They have.
Right.
That's absolutely right.
And
we're
they've-
gonna take
and
them
they-
at their-
and they threatened to come up anyway.
And we're gonna take them at their word that they're just not. Come on.
They heard you're the rat catchers. I mean, that set them for a pretty good scare.
We'll see.
It changed the entire bargaining position factor in the social intrigue event. So, yeah, okay.
I don't know. I mean, I do see that, you know, they're helping with the holy sacrament of murder. So I don't see them as a bad thing, but
Accidents happen.
accidents happen.
Yeah, it's the work of the night, Father. Yeah, I think the interesting thing about that too is, I think it was Kay who said it before. Like, imagine the power of a bunch of rats who could wander the city and gather gold for you. Maybe advantages to keeping the rats alive. Maybe advantages to killing them. You know, they're definitely sitting on a pile of treasure down in that filthy ass cistern.
It's true. Treasure's not what I'm hunting.
Yeah, fair enough. What about for Chuckles?
He's a little. He's kind of disturbed by what happened.
Yeah.
You know, he saw Eaglestop pretty much just almost get killed in one fell swoop. And so his primary motivation is to find her and get her out.
Yeah.
He has no idea why he's like so devoted to her at this point still, because she's starting to do some pretty questionable stuff, but he still feels determined that that's what he's got to do, because she saved him quite a bit in the past, so he's still going to stick with it. But he's just hoping that eventually she'll make the right choices,
Or the rat choices.
which aren't the fun choices. Yeah.
Okay. Eagle's Dav, what about for you?
Well, she doesn't really have the capacity to think about much of anything right now because she's so wounded. So she's just in survival mode at this point. She's really terrified because she feels like all of her people she worshipped left her hanging. She almost died. And now she has festering infected wounds that she needs to fix immediately. So it's all about survival right now.
Okay, fair enough. We'll finally hire him.
So Hiram doesn't have a light source, so things are looking pretty grim.
Oh, no.
So yeah, he have to get creative in getting home somehow.
All right. Okay. We'll see what happens. So we'll play again next week for session 13, Lucky 13, where we will see if you all can reunite and find your way out of the sewer as you've defeated a very, very, very powerful enemy, which could have been actually very problematic further down the story. Just full disclosure. So what you did was a good thing in the long term. But we'll play next week. See you all later. Bye.
Good night.
Bye.
Bye.